Yes, sir. We are back. We are back. We are back. There's my neighbor. I love it. He's checking over the fence. Listen, I mowed it this week, okay? How's it look?
Hey, neighbor.
What's up, neighbor? Did I miss a spot?
Nope, your grass is looking pretty green on the other side. Yo, what's going on? It's your boys here on the Pay Window Podcast. It is the wrestling opiner, Vernon Somoza. We are the Pay Window Podcast. We are on
Yes, we are.
the Sandbox Podcast Network. Shout out to the big bro.
Shout out to the boss man, as usual. Sorry, I'm watching AEW. Anthony Bowens just got thrown through a glass window by 4 masked assailants.
Vernon Somoza, what's going on, yo? I didn't know what to say to that because part of me wants to be like, of course,
I don't care.
had to go through plate glass, and then the other part of me is like, you know what?
Duh.
I kicked the dub. Friends, we talked about this. I can say this freely without any sort of any irony to it. I've kicked the dub because the
Let
dub.
me tell you this.
I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't
hold
indulge
on.
in Tony's sick fantasies anymore. A promoter.
Let's be 1,000% honest right now, sir.
Vernon Somoza, what's up? Frank Champion.
You will never be done with AEW. You hear me? You'll never be done. AEW will be done with you when AEW is done with you, sir.
Because I'm a masochist, and because for now I just don't want to watch it so loud.
With my headphones off. Sorry.
Talk to me about it. Tell me what's going on. Frank Champion, the powerful pontificator of pro wrestling, sir.
That's what I am. Good sir. I am a professional, okay? To quote my guy, Abby, I'm a professional.
Shout out to Abdullah the Butcher.
Shout out to Big Abs who can just blade by going, you know what I mean? Just boop, a little bit of fingertip. Oh, wow, the show's over. John Cena is on my screen after an AEW show. Wipe out. All right, turning that off. Oh, but here we are, Vern. It's episode 45, my boy. 90 weeks of professional wrestling we've documented.
Yes,
how do you feel about that?
You know what? Honestly, it went by quick from last week. Today, I was like, are we recording today? And I legit was like, I had to go back in my calendar and go through the chat to go back in our chat and go, wait a minute, when's the last time you sent me a link? Because I legit was like, wait, did we not do? I was like, wait, no, we did a show last week.
I felt like we did a show last week too,
yeah,
bro.
I was like, man, you know what? Truth be told, we're not gonna lie to y'all. We're gonna tell y'all the truth.
That's right.
It's a light card tonight. Tonight we brought a 3-match card. It's a singles, a tag, and we're gonna end with the captain's match. All right.
Well, hey, listen, it's a low card to this week. I mean, it's been a
3-match card, just like old Leroy McGurk would have booked back in the territory days. A 3-match card.
How about that 1-match card? How about that 1-match card?
Or
you
even
got
better,
2 guys on back. You got 2 dudes on standby, right? But everybody came to see Dorrance Senior. I'm sorry, am I getting a little too exact here?
A little too exact, but correct.
Like to work Iron Mike DiBiase.
The legend. Oh yeah. Had his wife drive the car fast she could.
Oh, that was insane. When I heard that.
Come on, man.
Absolute insanity.
It's a great book. Listen, if you get a chance, you should read Terry Funk's book. Terry Funk is a great book. Dory Funk, his book. Shout out to G3. He gifted me that book for Christmas or my birthday, I think. One of the two. He sent me Dory Funk's book with an autograph, which has meant a lot to me. It's a great book. A lot of great anecdotes. Dory, great storyteller. But Terry's book. Terry's is beautiful. Terry just tells great stories in there, and that's one of them.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's a lot of, there was one they were talking about on the Labs fan about something about him getting pants, and it seems like every other time Funk is getting pants.
That's what they do.
I'm like, oh my God. So remember how I told you my armrest is probably broken?
Tell me. This is live, folks. This is live, literally happening as we speak. He has pulled off his armrest, holding in his hand like a young child, pretending he has a...
Oh,
now he's 2x4, and he is Jim Duggan it.
Dude, what am I gonna do with this now? Like,
now he's using it as hanging it on his neck.
My chair is broken.
He's like a young child who just discovered a toy on the floor, and he's now experimenting in different ways. He's looking through the peephole.
Dude.
So I gotta be like messing with it though. You were literally on purpose messing with it to see how broken you can.
But okay, listen, it's been broke. I'm gonna be 3,000% with.
But you're just, but you've been like,
since like
but you were like this though. You were like putting it up and down, being like, I wonder how I can mess with it to see if it'll break.
You know how you called me. You know how you called me a child earlier. You know how back in the day when you were young and you got that loose tooth and you're sitting there with your tongue.
And you're just going, and then you went pop. I don't know what happened. It just fell out.
I don't know.
Like I didn't do anything with it for hours. Of course, it fell out.
Here's the loose tooth right here. Here's the loose tooth. Whatever this device is, that I don't know how are these supposed to thread and then lock into place? Yeah. So yeah, I've got one armrest now. At least this one works well. And yeah, I guess it's time for a new chair. What do you say, huh? Because I went to just push up and it went poop. So yeah, great start to the show, my man.
Well, I guess
are you ready to talk wrestling now?
You are going to try
here he goes.
An old thing in a new way, right? Sitting in that armrest chair with two armrests now with only one, huh?
I feel like you're trying to segue, but you kind of put it through that segue right.
Well,
there.
I'm saying you're trying you're trying something you normally do in a new way, right? Sitting in your chair, only with one arm.
Sitting in my chair. Are you trying to say that Ronda Rousey is trying something new? Trying something old in a new way? Is that where you're trying to go?
In a new way. Dr. Frank.
This is why I said you kind of putted. That's why I said you kind of putted. I was like, what's going on? You got
I was trying to think of the loop because when you said you were going, I was thinking, I was like, wait, this might be a good segue, right?
I gotta tie it. Yeah, I like
you get what I'm saying? Because you're doing
I give you a 7.5 out of 10 there.
Hey,
7.5 out of 10 for that.
I still got a grade. We'll take it.
Yeah, you stuck the landing. I appreciate it.
That's fine. Listen, that works for me.
Ronda Rousey.
Talk to me about it, Frank.
She's back in the wrestling scene.
This made headlines all over every sweaty palm man's news feed that he was ready to rage about it. But apparently, Ronda Rousey is back in wrestling.
Let's talk about it.
No, not in a WWE ring.
You ready for this? I've got an article from ringsidenews.com. It is written by Felix Upton. This was on October 28th, 2023. It reads, headline, Ronda Rousey's reasoning. Look at that. Now Vince wrote this. Ronda Rousey's reasoning for wrestling indie events after WWE exit. Ready? You ready for this one? Hopefully there's not too many typos. Ronda Rousey left WWE after her SummerSlam match against Shayna Baszler. She was able to put Baszler over in a big way before exiting, but she's not done with pro wrestling by a long shot. Ronda Rousey visited the Lucha Vavoom event at the Mayans Theater in Los Angeles. She participated in a spontaneous match, teaming up with her training partner, Marina Shafir. Come on, Vern. You know me.
You know me.
You don't know me.
You know me.
But you don't know me, Vern.
Don't know me. You know me.
You know me. Wait, what is it? You made the problem. You made the problem, Vern.
Whatever that was, it was terrible.
Yes. So, okay, let me continue with this here. Okay. The two members of the Four Horsewomen of MMA engaged in a tag team match against Taya Valkyrie and Brian Kendrick. Oof. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted that Ronda Rousey may not be finished with wrestling indie dates. She wants to work with Marina Shafir, and at this stage in her career, she could pick her own dates. Do you have the article in front of you?
I was not currently reading it.
Hold on, sir. We have a Dave Meltzer quote. I will send you the link.
Oh, I'm linking to it right now. I'm pulling it up right now.
So you don't need that.
Yep.
Can you go to the quote box and get your Dave Meltzer on, please?
Please, sure.
Add to the quote box. Starts with she.
She wanted to team with Marina Shafir, and she might be doing a revolver show. You hear about that? Mm, I think there might be a show in November, maybe the 16th, maybe this is I don't know, maybe the 16th. But there's a pro wrestling revolver show in Los Angeles. I think she wants to team with Marina, and there's something there. She's a free agent, and she can do what she wants. Now, she's doing it for the fun. Let's be clear. She's doing it for the fun. It's about the fun.
Now you're starting to sound like LaGreca a little bit.
It's in LA.
It's not as whiny.
She doesn't have to travel. She likes to hang out with Marina.
Are we done? Oh my God, Vern. Can I talk to you for a second?
How was that news?
Okay, thank you. What did he just say there?
What did he say that was news?
I could have said that, Vern. If I saw Ronda Rousey show up at a show and I just go, "Oh, she just wanted a team with her friend," and she might be doing another indie show. Did you hear about that?
So but I mean, we said this a couple of shows ago, right? But like this is what the new monetization of Twitter has done. That news, unfortunately, especially news that is meaty, not newsworthy, but sensational, is the news that gets clicks. All you need are clicks. You just need clicks.
Yeah, they got ours.
Got our click for this article, and the truth be told, we thought we were going to get Ronda's opinion, and instead we got Dave.
Right. I'm sitting here like, what's crazy? Your headline states Ronda Rousey's reasoning. We're not done yet. There's more. Here's her reasoning. Ronda Rousey dropped a big hint that she may be interested in working the Pro Wrestling Revolver show in November. That could get a lot of fans looking at the event who might not have normally paid attention. Only time will tell what she decides to do. But Rousey obviously has a lot of freedom right now. I don't want to read this next paragraph. I really don't. Ronda Rousey may end up in AEW if they can afford her. At this point in her career, she can pick and choose exactly what she wants to do. Right now, it appears that she wants to keep working indie dates with her friend Marina Shafir. Vern, I can't with these.
Wait. I just sent you, look at the private chat. I sent you where the birth of this article is from. If you scroll down, you'll find the culprit. It is Ronda's words.
Ronda Rousey drops hint about her next appearance following in-ring return.
Scroll down.
How very convenient. Makes its long-awaited debut in California. That's the hint. A thinking emoji. How very convenient, thinking emoji. And that's all we need now. That's all we need as the confirmation. Confirmed. Ronda Rousey showing up in November. Did you hear about that? So Meltzer saw it on Twitter, right? Your boy saw it on Twitter and then brought it to his news whatever crap he does and goes, Did you hear about that in November? She's thinking about going there because she put a thinking emoji on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call that nonsense. Vern, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
Wow.
Before the show started, I did not think 14 minutes into it, I'd be poo-pooing all over Dirt Sheets and Dave Meltzer. I thought we weren't even going to do anything Dave Meltzer today. Maybe the Crown Jewel Stars was about it, but here we are, Vern. Here we are. Okay.
Here we are, sir.
Any last, well, let me ask you this. How much longer till Ronda's done with professional wrestling?
You know what?
There's nothing for her to do with the E.
Because of who she is, I think she can, honest to God, I think she can be like you. She could be like me. She could be like anyone who's ever been in the business at some level of the business, had some level of success, however small,
Sure.
right? In the sense of like someone will be willing enough to pay you to be there. Someone will be willing enough to have you on a card. Her
Yeah.
name will always be a draw.
Yeah.
Her name will always mean something. So even if
Is
she,
the passion going to be there? You think it'll
well,
be
I
there?
mean, so did you get a chance to watch this match?
I didn't watch the match, no, but I saw a
Okay.
clip.
All right. Did you get a chance? I was like, did you any of the clips? Did you get a chance to watch any of the clips?
I saw very.
Okay.
Let me be honest, very little of it.
So like Ronda worked like Ronda. She didn't get any worse.
Did she pull her shorts down midway through?
No. She was wearing a leggings. She was wearing leggings, boots. Like she was wearing like
good. She smartened up.
But she took a move and immediately she just rolled under the bottom rope, jumped top of the apron, reached for the tag. Yeah, like I laughed. I said, "There we go, Ronda. That's a Ronda I know."
Just keep doing what you do, Ronda. dude.
But you know what? But for the crowd, I was like, you know what? But in like we often talk about in that universe, I laugh and I can enjoy it because it's at an indie show. It's at Lucha Vavoom.
Well, and if anything, those people probably went nuts. It was probably like them seeing Brock Lesnar live. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, it's like when Chris Jericho shows up on some random indie show. I don't poo-poo it because, hey, that crowd paid $20, $30, $40 for that show, and they just got to see Chris Jericho. They got to see Kenny Omega. They got to see, John Cena at an indie show in Worcester, Mass. Like, those are those moments
it's insane.
You can't because you didn't expect it ever in your life, and there it was. It happened. Like, come on, man.
Right? Yeah, it's understandable. It's so I look at it as, if anything, Ronda doesn't have to even come back.
Oh no,
let her do this. Have fun with your friends.
She has nothing to do. There's no demand. You know what it is? There's no demand. I can't see there being a demand for Ronda Rousey.
After this last one.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's safe to say we're good. We're all good. All parties are good.
Yeah, we're all set. We're all set. You did the deal with Shayna. Leave it be. Come back maybe for an appearance. You bump somebody, pop the crowd, get on out of there. Quick little payday. But we don't need you to do programs.
There's no world where
house shows.
Correct. There's no universe where anyone's asking for, oh man, you know what? I really am dreaming about another Ronda program. I'm really dreaming another Ronda, blah, blah, blah.
This just made me think of something though.
Sure.
So how they handled Ronda and how they've handled Logan Paul to date, and we're going to talk about Logan soon. Who do you think they are handling or handled better as for the position they're in? I mean, granted, Ronda main evented at WrestleMania.
So here's the thing. I don't necessarily think Ronda's ever truly been in a bad position. I think people don't like her, and people
she works Shotzi Blackheart. Logan Paul will never work somebody the equivalent of a Shotzi Blackheart in position in the show.
But I don't think Logan Paul is ever gonna work the schedule of Ronda Rousey worked though. Ronda Rousey made a run to try to which I commend her for.
I think she made a mistake though. That's what I'm trying to say though.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey fell into and I don't want to compare it, but she fell into the Andy Kaufman route, right? Where Andy, right?
Overexposure.
Remember Andy, there was that summer of Andy where Andy would just show up to random shows, and and if he showed up, you had to book him because it's Andy Kaufman.
Right.
But after a while, when you've seen Andy manage every single heel in the territory has been managed by Andy Kaufman, all right? It's not just the big names, but now Andy Kaufman's managed the top heels, the midway heels, the random guy from the gas station in a mask.
Me, you. He managed all of us.
All of a sudden, it's not. What's just Andy? That's Andy's there doing that tonight, right? And you think and as fans, we think, oh, but that's Andy Kaufman. Oh my goodness, you got to see him. But it's but he's also been doing this now for weeks and weeks. So how many times can you really cheer for and boo for the same exact thing, etc.
Right.
And I think it's the same thing with the people. It's just whatever the mystique she brought, that aura, at some point the shine wore off, and then it was she didn't know how to evolve into something else. She didn't know how to.
Well, she's Ronda. Because she's Ronda. That's what got her to the dance. But that's what I'm saying. I think she made the mistake of saying, "Oh, I want to be there full time." I think she overexposed herself.
Yeah. She
I think
listen,
that's the
she
thing.
fell
And
in
with
love with it.
Logan,
I don't blame her.
yeah,
Who
sure.
blames
Hey,
her, right?
hey,
She
I
fell
don't.
in love with it and thought, hey, I could do it.
She wanted to fully commit. She wanted to fully commit. But the thing is, she needed to realize who she was and that she didn't need to do that. That's the thing. She didn't need to do all that. But I mean, in all reality, it's what she wanted.
So now your question spurs another question in my mind. Not comparing that to Logan Paul, because I think you can compare her to Logan Paul, but I think a fair comparison is Jade Cargill.
And how so?
Because Jade in AEW, you could argue her run was similar to Ronda's run. And that it was select matches at the first time. Her run the first time, not the second time.
Okay.
Her run the first time, right? Imagine Ronda's run instead of ending at that Mania or ending at was it the Mania after where they got the three-way and then Becky won.
She went Mania to Mania
had that reign of terror where Ronda was going over everybody and she was a psycho, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Jade got to do that over 3 years, 1 week, random YouTube appearances. Remember, because she was also doing that on Dark when she was winning those matches. That wasn't all. Her whole career has been on tape.
Yeah.
Right?
Every match.
Every bad. And thing is, Ronda always worked with such great talent that they could make it look better. And so when she got in the ring with Charlotte,
she was never positioned in a bad spot. Yeah.
And when she got in the ring with Charlotte, they could work snug and they could work, and they could make it look.
Well, yeah, I think Charlotte was her best opponent.
100%. 100%.
I think Ronda's best opponent was Charlotte for a reason, because Charlotte's the queen. Charlotte make anybody look good. You feel
Jade has no Charlotte. Jade hasn't had a Charlotte yet.
Oh, the problem is because it's going to be Charlotte.
But that's I think like
that's why.
I just wonder, will Jade fall into that Ronda Rousey category? The second Jade has to do her first job, right?
No, you think? I don't think so.
I'm just saying. I don't think so. You think will Jade? Because Jade's already had the honeymoon run, right? The honeymoon run was AEW. I don't see them pushing her undefeated and doing that whole thing here.
No, she's gonna have to work. So well, they're not gonna say she's blah 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 and but she's gonna be impressive.
Yeah,
I feel like she's gonna be impressive with her wins and all that to start off.
But she's got to. She's gonna have to work a lot more. She's not working once a week. Have you thought about that? The pain, the wear and tear on the body is going to be a lot greater now because she's not going to have a week to recover.
Amplified. It's going to be amplified.
Yeah, there's going to be no week to recover in between matches.
No.
It's okay. Days. We're doing house shows. Do you think she's doing house shows?
Select.
God, I feel like, man, they're going to move tickets. If she starts doing house shows, they're going to start moving tickets at Jade Cargill.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If Jade Cargill is booked at a WWE house show up near me, I already know a certain boss man from New York is going to make the trip because he loves him some Jade Cargill. So let it be a Jade Cargill versus a Bianca Belair match, and he's here 3 days before waiting for it. So, hey, you're 100% correct. I don't want to use the word needle mover, but she's going to be a ticket seller for sure.
Yeah.
Just the sheer look of her. I mean,
she is an attraction.
Well, I'm going to say this: professional wrestling is a spectator sport, right?
Yeah.
You're there to look.
She walks through the airport, you double take and want to know who's that.
That's right.
You want to know who that is.
You're going to be like, who is that person? Because you're like, whoa, this person stands out. Exactly. So I think she'll be fine. I don't think she's going to tie back what we were talking about. I don't think she's going to go the route of Ronda. I don't think she's going to be that.
You don't think she'll suffer the Ronda?
Okay. I don't think this regime is going to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I mean, just look at how Roman's got his schedule, but that's how Roman set himself up. Look how celebrity Logan Paul is being used.
Do you have an issue with Roman's schedule?
I do not.
You just said that you kind of rolled your eyes. Do you think Roman's So the fickle mistress the other day after spoiler alert, after Crown Jewel, were all very angry because, of course, roll your eyes. The heel won by cheating, and that's so passe and that's so tired. Why can't they think of anything else for that Borman Reigns to do? And a lot of them complain about the fact that he's a part-time player and he's devaluing the title, etc., etc., etc.
How? See now that's the problem. You know what I blame? You know what I blame there for people that are mad at the fact that they're saying they're devaluing the title?
Yeah.
I blame starting all the way back to the 90s and early 2000s. We were switching belts every 3 weeks, every month, every other pay-per-view, belts were just being switched. So we got accustomed to seeing title changes. So God forbid somebody holds it for 300 some odd days, 400 some odd days. Oh my God, just give it up already. I mean, let's bring it up again. A couple episodes ago, we had Prof on here, and he was talking about Finn Balor needed to win the belt because Seth don't need it no more. Seth had just won the belt 2 months ago. Seth don't need it no more. Seth doesn't need the belt. It's like, let him cook. Yeah. Relax.
Do you know Seth has like 25 defenses already with that title?
Seth
including house shows, like 25
Seth
wins.
is the complete opposite of Roman. That is the whole point. Yeah. Roman has set himself up to do what he wants to do, right? And I was rolling my eyes at the fact that people are always complaining about Roman. That's what I was not at him.
Yeah, no, I know.
No, I know you.
I thought it was worth bringing up. That I thought it was interesting how like that was one thing that the fickle mistress really hate is the fact that he's a part-timer. And I'm just like, is he a part-timer though? He's at TV.
So
he's a part-timer because he doesn't wrestle.
They were complaining about another part-timer not too long ago by the name of Brock Lesnar, but ever since he turned into a farmer, everybody loves Country Brock. That fickle mistress, Vern. She's a fickle one. She's always turning the tides. It's nonsense, bro. I don't understand. It's pro wrestling. Just wait. Obviously, this build of Roman has been so like astronomical for when he finally. It's going to happen. It's wrestling. It's the inevitable. The guy's going to be at the top of his perch. He's got to come down eventually. Why are you clamoring so much? That's the beauty of it, though. You want the people to clamor for it. But to sit there and go on the internet and complain in the way where you're like the booking committee, the writers in the back, this and that and the third, it's annoying. It's getting so annoying now that everybody's so smart that they're worried about what the booking is as opposed to what they're seeing in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of seeing the story that's unfolding in front of them, they're worried about what the guy behind the scenes that's writing the story is thinking of. Like, no, just enjoy your ride. Just enjoy your ride and just screw it. Besides that, because what else do you want from Roman to do? You want him to show up every week, right? You want him there every week. You want him cutting promos every week. You want him wrestling every week. Then what are you going to say, Miss Fickle Mistress? Roman's getting oversaturated too much. We're seeing Roman every week too much. He's got to lose the belt already. Just put the belt on.
Bloodline is so boring. It's on
Bloodline is so stale. We got to see him every week. Paul Heyman's getting so. Come on, bro. Come on. We've been down this road before, dude. It's so annoying. Just let it cook. Roman is clearly a WrestleMania to WrestleMania booking. Am I wrong? Are they not booking Roman from Mania to Mania at this point for the last 3 years? Like, they're just trying to get him to the next Mania. Am I bugging?
Do you know what's wild? Do you not think that like all of a sudden streaks, the whole notion of a quote unquote a streak, which for whatever reason that's become the nomenclature for that's acceptable, right? Anytime you go on a win run, it's a streak.
Yep.
Right. But like Tony Khan tried to pretend that wins mattered. Tony Khan tried to
that went out the window.
Correct.
That went out the really quick.
And that became a whole point of power for some. Like, do you realize that Tony Khan making it a point of interest, all of a sudden now, anytime someone holds a title for any amount of time, it's like, oh, this person's on like a like the whole MJF Kenny Omega thing.
Yeah.
Right. His streak. He's gonna get Kenny's streak. And it was like, who in their right mind was keeping Kenny Omega's number down for how long he's been? What are you talking about?
Right.
Who's ever heard of the Kenny Omega streak? A streak is generally a name you give to something that's worth remembering, not just because it just happens to be the number. Like,
what was the streak? I don't even understand what the streak was.
It was like I forgot how many days. However many consecutive days that Kenny held the belt, MJF has held the belt 100 days or something like that. MJF has now held the belt longer than Kenny Omega.
So that was the whole Kenny point Omega's of that match? Streak. That's why they booked that match.
And that's what he said to him 13 days in his ear, because in 13 days he would hold the belt longer than Kenny did. Tony has made streaks important, but he hasn't. Right. That's what I'm saying. Tony has tried to make streaks important. He's tried to make streaks important, but the reality is that the only streaks that matter are Roman Reigns and Gunther. They made streaks matter, right? Think about it. The Fed put history behind streaks that matter, literal wrestling history, and Tony has put
numbers.
Kenny Omega's streak.
Just numbers. But Kenny Omega's streak you mean like title reign as champion, not streak, just days reign.
But they call it a streak, and that's what I'm saying. Why is it called a streak? A streak is something you give someone who there's a reason to call it a streak, not just because he had it for consecutive. How many champions held belts for 300 some odd days? You go,
you never call it a streak.
He had a streak.
You call it a reign. A some odd day reign. So listen. When it comes to that AEW stuff, it's
really interesting how all of it, like these things, were made to believe they mean something. It's like it doesn't matter how long you held it doesn't matter how long you held the belt. Who cares?
Yeah, nobody cares.
You held it 1,000 days. You defended it twice. Is that should you be proud of that? What do you want? I don't understand.
Hold on a second. Now that you just mentioned that,
like length of reign has become a thing. It's like Fabulous. How long did Fabulous Moolah? How long was she the women's
She was like champion? 3 million years as champion. It was ridiculous. Excuse me. Hold on. I'm trying to. Just bear with me here, sir.
Sir.
I'm on Cage Match. Looking up the heavy hitters. Man, there was a lot of different heavy hitters. There's about 6 different tag teams so far. Bulldog, McBain, and the Irishman.
It depends how you spell it.
Here we go. Shea Cash and Frank Champion. We ran from 2014 to 2023 so far. We've been a tag team. Okay, this is me. Can I just go to us as a team? Here we go. Okay, titles. Should I just put this up live? All right, here we go. So people think we're... Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. So people don't think we're BSing about our resumes, right? Okay. This is the one I wanted to zoom in on here, sir. 2-time NCW tag team champions. Yep, that happened. This is missing other belts, but this belt right here, Vern, 336 days as NECW tag team champion.
Oh, so you had a 336-day streak.
I had 336-day reign, 2 title defenses.
you had a 336-day streak.
2 title defenses. Yeah, 2 title defenses. Actually, maybe 3. Did they have the one? This is when we won the belt. 3 title defenses. It doesn't have our match against Mike Montero and Chris Cruz as well before that tournament. 3 title defenses. I don't remember having this belt for 168 days. Holy smokes. Yeah, Davey Cash and Chris Pyro, not the tag champs. It's Davey Cash. Yeah, that's off. PLW, sir. The last ever tag team champions for Power League Wrestling.
Oh, so you guys have been on a streak for how long now?
To today. I don't know how they, it just says 419 days. Why the hell they stopped January 10th, 2016? Why the hell they stopped then? I've been the champion. Damn it. 7 years as Power League Wrestling champion. Okay? My streak is long and strong, buddy. All right? Long and strong.
Hey, yo, this is a kid-friendly show. Hey, yo.
I said my streak. What are you talking about? So, like I said, bro, it's
not important. Honesty, it's not important, guys. Length of reign does not matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's what you do in that reign. That's where the substance lies.
Yes. And so we got all the way here. Somehow we got all the way here to AEW.
Yeah, how do we get here from Ronda? We're talking about Ronda. We're talking about streaks
we talked
with
about
Jade and
Jade.
AEW.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back and wrap this thing up on
Let's
Ronda.
go back up. Let's wrap this up
put
on
a bow
Ronda.
on it.
So yeah, man. So shout out to Ronda. She said that I know she did say she's going to donate all of her winnings and she wouldn't accept any of it. It would all be sent to a charity. So shout out to her. Flexing. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need the
charging
money.
for an indie booking?
I have no idea.
I should tell Shay to hit her up. See if she come out to the East Coast. See what
I somehow feel like that's not going to happen.
So he had hit up Marseille. Marseille said he's 1,500 plus trans. Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. Marseille getting that money.
I don't have a good model face.
Yeah.
I don't have a good model face.
But anyway,
let's move on. You missed it. You're looking down. You missed my whole model face. I'm a little upset. It's gone. Now you're gonna have to watch the video version.
I don't mind.
Or listen to the audio version on our many platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Radio Public. I would say Stitcher, but RIP to the realist.
RIP to the realist.
Vern,
sir,
we got to talk about the elephant in the room.
What's up?
Richard Flair has arrived at AEW. It happened a couple weeks ago. I think the day we were recording it happened.
The day we recorded.
We didn't really bring it up.
Yeah, we didn't really say much about it. But man,
we're here. So talk to me about this, Vern. I really just have a footnote here. I don't want to go into crazy depth. I just know the backlash of bringing in Flair from the Fickle Mistress and anywhere on the internet that I've seen has been wild, to the point where people are like, I'm not watching AEW anymore. Tony has dropped the ball. I thought we were supposed to be the alternative, and look at all these old guys we're bringing in. So, Vern, what say you about Flair going to AEW? Talk to me while I check on my city.
So, all right, this Flair situation. So, I'm to understand it, Sting's in the ring. Tony Khan has brought a gift for Sting. Can we just hold that in thought? Tony Khan has brought a gift for Sting, and it literally. I don't
even want to hear this.
That was the premise of the segment. That Tony brought a gift. That Tony Khan has a gift for Sting.
Do you mean Tony? You mean Tony? Huge announcement Khan.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Continue. His gift to Sting was literally a human, and it was.
Why'd you say it like that?
It was a human because of what it was. He's like, yo, here's a gift. And a human being walks out. It's like
Tony Khan paid for a person. Literally
he paid for an appearance, right? He hires Flair for an appearance.
He did.
Flair cuts his promo, whatever, and then God. Flair insinuates that he's going to be there with Sting for the long ride, etc. So it's immediately, it's like, what? And then apparently in the segment they're like, "Yo, could Flair be our partner?" And immediately you think, why are they even teasing?
Why are we here? Why are we here? Right?
Why?
Because the last time we saw Flair, we definitely went, you know what? I would definitely love to see Flair do this again. We definitely said that on this podcast for sure. Bruh, Jesus.
Do you realize the last time we saw Flair, it was him fighting Carlos Colon with his shirt off the day after that show? Bloody.
What do you mean?
Do you not remember the Carlos the next day after the last match? He went to Puerto Rico.
He wrestled again?
No, he didn't wrestle. He got into a worked shoot fight with Carlos Colon where he gigged himself and they're fighting and they're punching each other.
I do not remember that.
At their elders.
I do not.
Yeah, the next day. Oh, it was awful. And then apparently Colon and them were like, yeah, no, nobody liked that. It was not well received at all from anyone.
Well, duh.
Everyone was worried for their health. What is happening right now?
What do you mean? You good? What do you mean?
Oh boy. Apparently Shay's questioning the booking of I don't know. I was looking at Shay in the chat. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, he just said something about Samoa Joe go over on Keith.
Why did Samoa Joe go over on Keith? I don't know. That would mean we'd have to pay attention to the weekly show, and I don't anymore.
I stopped.
I'm gonna be so you stopped, Vern. I'll be honest. For the past few weeks, I've been a little bit lapsed, where Not where like
I'm shocked you didn't see the Flair segment. You didn't see the whole Flair segment at all?
Well, I saw that segment and I told you I said it on the last show. I said the first thing I said was, really? Tony paid for Flair to come in? It's the first thing I said.
Hold that thought. Let me just finish the Flair thing real quick. I'll wrap it up real fast.
I'm gonna mess with my armrest while you do.
Do you remember Warrior coming back to WWF in '96?
Yeah, when he was skinny and people thought it was a different Warrior.
Yes.
I remember that.
And do you remember that part of the deal of him? Remember the behind the scenes stuff. Part of the deal coming back was that the whole reason the deal goes sour. Do you remember why the deal goes sour between him and Vince after that '96 thing? After that horrible,
you can refresh my memory.
Because he wanted Vince to buy 1 million copies of his comic book, and Vince just said no.
Comic book. Yep. As soon as you said that, I remembered.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I remember.
Apparently, Flair has convinced Tony Khan to make his Woo energy drink the official energy drink of AEW. That's Flair's connection to AEW. Is somehow he got dates and he got Tony Khan to endorse his drink and be the official sponsor of it.
Where's the return on investment? Right? Because in business, that's the whole point. Right?
That's it. That's all I want to tell you.
I spend money.
Flair did it.
I spend money, and I'm expecting to get some kind of kickback, some kind of return on the investment that I made. I just invested in Flair to come in to put some stake into my company to draw rating, to hopefully elevate the other guys. Help.
By the way, Flair's segment was one of the lowest three lowest segments of the show. Go ahead.
To help elevate other guys and put them in positions that they weren't at before he got there. Flair's not doing any three of those things now. And I'm sorry, it's the law, just like you call it, the law of diminishing returns. This Flair, we don't want to see anymore. I'm okay with Flair selling weed. I'm okay with Flair selling energy drinks. I'm okay with Flair doing insurance commercials and doing all that. Listen, at this time of your career, you should be the endorsement guy. You don't need to be near a ring on camera. You want to be backstage helping out? Go right ahead. Flair, we don't need you, bro. We don't need you, bro. But unfortunately, we talk about it off air. It's the sickness, bro. The sickness.
Who said
Flair needs that spotlight. Huh?
Who taught us about the sickness?
He's right. Hold on. Where is he? He's right. Wait, is he not on the shirt?
Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for Piper. He's not on the shirt.
There he is, for Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper talked about the sickness.
He's not on the shirt. I thought he was.
Who's one of Flair's favorite Wrestlers?
Rowdy, dude. Great book. As soon as I read that line about the sickness, Rhodes, it's never gone away.
Piper, all for some of his favorites.
Just like Kurt Angle said, self-mutilation, and it's the sickness. And Flair is the embodiment of that all. He is literally Ram Jam, Randy the Ram. Literally. He just can't give it up. He can't.
So did you see today or yesterday he was did a podcast where he said he would like to revive the Woo Off?
I knew you were going to bring it up. I was thinking in my head, should I bring it up or not? But I knew you were going to bring it up, and I'm already disgusted because if they do it again, you know it's not going to be as organic as when they just did it out there. Because the other time in TNA, they didn't say anything to each other. I don't know if you ever heard the story.
Oh yeah.
Where
did I hear the story? Of course, I heard the story. Jay Lethal tell the story. Yeah,
said, I'll see. Right, I'll see you out there, kid. He hit him with I'll see you out there, kid.
Yup, so and like, Jay Lethal was sweating it, and Flair was like, "Just go with it." Right. Which I'm sure Flair would do. I'm sure Flair would do it a second time. I'm sure he would say the same energy, like just go out there and do it. But you'd be expecting it.
Now it's not organic. Now it's not organic. Correct.
Do the thing.
That's the problem.
Do the thing. That's all.
Right.
We're all
do that thing we all like. And where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that?
I don't know.
That segment, the last time we saw it, when it was Flair and Lethal wooing off to each other, big man, all that good stuff. That was organic. So to be like, oh, I wouldn't mind doing another woo off and all. It's like now, as soon as you see Flair cutting a promo and then Lethal comes out, the people are gonna go, oh, here it comes. It's like. It's that it won't be the same. It's like trying to replicate I don't know anything I can think off the top of my head. I can't think of anything right now, but
What
trying to
about
just
Flair?
replicate.
What about Flair and MJF? Because he's also said he would like to work with MJF. He's made that public statement that he wants to work with MJF.
I do not need to see Ric Flair wrestle ever again, Vern. The man, are you listening? Are you listening? The man almost died. He almost died, Vern. No, Vern, he died at least 3 times and came back to life. His pacemaker saved him. Vern, I promise you, I do not need to see Ric Flair wrestle again, because if he wrestles again, he's not getting up this time.
He said his doctor told him he can take bumps.
Bro, he took a suplex and stopped moving. Does nobody remember that? How do you bring this guy in to wrestle? His legs were crossed, Vern. He did the figure 4 and laid back. It was a double pin. This stuff is vivid in my brain, because I sat there and I said, yo, this man is dying, or he's dead. This man dead, bro. And we just allowed him to continue.
Yeah.
At the end, he said, I don't even remember half the match. The match just happened 2 minutes ago when he cut the promo.
Yeah,
and he didn't remember what happened. We want to put him in the ring again?
No, I want to say I read like a follow-up report with that Tony has said that he has no plans of getting Flair in the ring. But Rick has stated that he is more than willing
to run. You're going to keep Flair out of the ring, bro.
Run the ring to do the honors. Because if Flair gets in the ring, he is definitely going to run the Razor.
God. Yeah. To see that crimson bleach blonde hair flowing. Bro,
yes,
listen.
Sir.
Flair, get your money. Sure.
I mean, right? End of the day,
get your money.
He
Flair.
got dates. Not only did he get dates, he got him to
to
buy the comic books.
He got another one.
Warrior got Vince to buy the comic books.
He got him. That's
Flair got Tony Khan to make Woo the official energy. Why does WWE?
What is it called? It's called Woo Energy.
Yo, the Fed has C4.
Woo
They got Bianca Belair doing endorsements with
Mushroom. Mushroom energy drink.
And
break the rules. Who makes this?
Flair's doing them, and he's doing it with Woo.
Sparkling mushroom elixir. What the hell? Who makes this? Powered by Legends. Woo Energy. All rights reserved. Oh my lord! I'm looking at this website right now. This is the energy drink you're talking about, right? Ric Flair Sparkling Mushroom Elixir. Dude, break the rules, be spontaneous, and create your joy. And it's just so. This is called Ric Flair Sip, because Ric Flair Drip is the marijuana that he has, and that's just one company grabbing Tyson, grabbing Flair, grabbing Terry, and just using their good name, their image, and their likeness to make bread. And I ain't mad at them. Listen, there's money to be made. Make your money.
Hard hustle, right? I mean, right? It's the point of being a celebrity,
Think of Logan. Look at Logan Paul. Look at Logan Paul.
You get to cash in on your name.
Right.
You get to pull the kiss, and you get to sell everything to Elvis. That the Elvis is the dream.
Yep.
To sell everything and anything with your name and likeness, and you can make money off of it.
Can't be mad at it. I'm not mad at it, bro. It's just
because Brody, the Terry Man comic, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I sent you Abdullah, right? The monster Abdullah.
Mm-hmm.
How crazy is that? They all saw $0 from that comic.
Yeah, they made no money. They made no money on that comic.
$0, no bread, but they literally use their names, their likenesses, all that. Nope, no bread for you. Thank you.
No bread. Terry Man, he didn't see a single dime. Didn't see a single dime from it, which is.
So I get it. That's why I respect the hustle of Tyson. I respect it.
Get your money,
Joe. Get yours. You deserve it.
Just don't put him near a ring.
Yeah.
You want to put him in a ring? Have him cut a promo. You should have made him like an authority figure. Something where he doesn't ever have to grace even thinking of bumping, thinking of getting physical in the ring. We don't need to see that with Flair. He doesn't even need to be anywhere near a promotion right now. But He got another one. So I'm
Well,
not mad.
my friend, it is going to happen, my friend.
Another promotion is going to open.
We wait for it.
Well, so Flair's been everywhere. So it's like, it's bound to happen.
Will Rick figure out how to get a spot with the world title? Will he Terry himself and try to figure out a way to set himself up for the world title?
The only way I see that is if he becomes MJF's manager.
Man, that'd be fun, huh? An MJF Ric Flair.
Yeah, but are you gonna get an AJ Styles Ric Flair?
Ooh,
you don't want that. Fortune 4. How was it? What was it?
I don't remember.
Fortune 4. Fortune 4.
Was that it? Really?
Is that it? I think it's this. Hold on. Come on, man. You're gonna make me look it up,
brother.
Oh my God! Look at that ugly logo. Oh my God! I almost ducked. Here we go, buddy. Come on, Vern. Come on, Vern. Fortune 4. TNH, buddy. TNH.
Let's go.
Fortune 4. Fortune 4. Throw your 4s up.
Bro.
But there's 5 of them.
What?
Fortune 4. Which you didn't know about the Fortune 4?
No, I did, but I just that hand symbol that I did not know.
Because they couldn't do this, brother. Vince.
Correct, but that is just terrible.
Bro. Fortune 4.
At that point, you might as well have just been like done that.
You could have just did this. Right?
Yeah, like that's just
you could have did this. They like let's put the ring finger down.
Like this, something like that is just terrible.
I mean, look at the talent here. Daniels, AJ, Rude, Storm, and Kazarian. Some good talent here. But yes, man. I forgot why I even brought up the Fortune 4. But yeah, Flair. Dude, just get your money.
Flair, we said that you wanted Flair to come in as an authority figure, and
or be a manager, and then we get AJ. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that'd be the only way I see him position himself with the world title. If Ric Flair, Vern,
are you gonna drink a Woo energy drink? Yes or no?
No, I don't drink energy
drinks.
Will
you drink energy drinks live on camera? Yes.
No.
Will
okay. All right. I will do this wager right here.
If you buy one,
I was gonna do something else.
What's up?
If Ric Flair wrestles,
okay, where are we going with this? This is live
in AEW.
Where we're going with this?
Ric Flair wrestles in AEW.
Okay,
I will purchase the first or whatever latest Ric Flair shirt Pro Wrestling Tees pumps out. Okay, and I will buy a case of the Woo energy drink. A case. Mark my words for it. If Ric Flair
wait. And what about so I see you're gonna go with sip, but what about drip?
Oh, well. The only problem with drip is drip isn't dispensed anywhere so far.
I got you. No. I joke.
I've been looking for the drip. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking for the drip. But I will buy the sip.
A case
if Ric Flair wrestles,
I will
buy a
okay,
case.
man.
Listen, it's on there.
You're a brave soul. I would not take up on that bet because
are there Ric Flair shirts already? How about you buy the shirt then? You buy the shirt. There's got to be shirts already, right? There has to be.
All right, I'll buy the shirt. I'll buy the shirt. You buy the energy drink.
What is their website? AEW shop. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Shop AEW.
I don't know. I'd almost rather buy the energy drink because.
Would you actually drink it?
Would I drink it?
Because I'd probably drink one can and then give the rest away because I could.
Okay, I'd buy the energy drink then, and if you buy the shirt, I'll go with that. Let's do that.
Vern.
Oh wait, let me see the shop now. Let me see. Wait, let me see how much this costs first before I commit myself. To
no, not even that. I didn't even get there, bro. Vern.
Oh, okay, yeah, it'll be fine.
Vern.
What's up, boss?
Why is there a Captain Insano Shows No Mercy t-shirt?
It's a limited edition Top Rope Tuesday because it'll be something fun. It'll be kitschy. All your friends will love it.
So is Adam Sandler getting a cut of this? Because this is
Captain Insano. No, I'm almost positive that what's his face bought it. $34.95 after shipping.
What are you talking about? You found a Ric Flair shirt?
Woo energy drink. No, Woo energy drink.
The case? How much?
A 6-pack. A 6-pack will cost me $34.95 shipped to the crib.
I'll do it. So you're gonna do that, or are you gonna do the shirt?
I'll do I'm gonna do the energy drink because if you only drink one, then why waste it? So I'll do the
energy. I don't like energy drinks. So
but you got to do the shirt then.
I don't see anything Ric Flair, huh? They don't have a shirt for him
yet? I think Ric Flair sells his own personal stuff. I don't
but I'm still shocked that he doesn't have a T-shirt yet. Because you know how fast AEW is.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I wonder.
Because they're quick on the draw, brother. Are they just wow? He doesn't have a shirt yet. Well, if he doesn't have a shirt by then, which I think he will, then I'll get a case too. Then screw it. They'll get a case from both of us. So
because
yeah, I think
Flair has his brother. Because Flair has his own merch shop.
Like his
RicFlairShop.com.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's not powered by Pro Wrestling Tees?
No, I wonder who does this?
You know what I do? I just scroll down. The official Ric Flair shop, powered by Shopify. This is a person he hired made this for him. If this is a Shopify website.
Yeah. The official Ric Flair shop.
Okay.
Color drip.
But see, now these shirts I would actually buy, because it's W Flair stuff. To be
Custom
the man.
Handmade Ric Flair handmade figure Sin Bodhi. A Sin Bodhi handmade Ric Flair for $220.
Bro, they have a Ric Flair bathrobe. I know we're on a crazy tangent right now, but I would buy this.
Bruv, all elite Woo t-shirt.
All elite Woo is here. It's here. Bro,
there it is.
Look at the bathrobe. Would you not wear that?
That is fire.
I would wear a Ric Flair bathrobe for sure. And I don't wear bathrobes.
Ric Flair is all elite.
Where do you see
Flair is all elite. AEW, Ric Flair. Bro, you have the shirts are on his website.
All elite Woo. This is bad. Bro, Vern. My daughter made this.
Oh, these are horrible.
My daughter made this. All elite Woo, bro. No, these aren't real. Do you think people bought this? There's no way this was bought and printed for somebody. Let me get a shirt for myself. You gonna charge me more? No, you still charge me $30.
Hold on. Go look at Ric Flair is.
Oh, here you go.
That's a Facebook. That's a Twitter post that someone made into a T-shirt.
Brother, no, this can't be real. Ric Flair doesn't make money off this. Somebody made this is a fake site. This is a fake site. This is a scam site, bro. This is a scam site. This can't be real. This can't be real. I'm getting off. We're promoting a scam site. No way Ric Flair's got money. No. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. Anyway, Ric Flair, get your money. Get out. Don't touch the ring. Don't ever touch the ring. Don't bump. Don't die. Don't die in there. You've heard what you got to say before we move on.
Sorry, my boy. That website is 100% real. That 100% is definitely his official store.
Those are his official T-shirts too?
Bruv. There's so much kitsch on this website. I'm looking at ornaments.
It's that kind of site. Oh, so it's Ric Flair's Etsy.
Oh, yes. Signed.
Yeah,
$500 2002 signed WWF magazines.
Oh, my God. Can we move on? Can we get off of Ric Flair now, please?
Wow, this is sad.
All right, Vern.
It's like Hogan, though. If you go to Hogan's Hogan store.
The one that's in Florida?
Well, yeah. But
or the website.
His website, same thing. It's just like the Etsy kitschy. You can just get all sorts of random Hogan, Ric Flair soy wax candle.
Okay, moving on. Vern, we're going to stay AEW before we head to the E and then finish this show off. We're only an hour in. So far, so good. AEW has made some major moves, I would say, pay-per-view wise. Would you?
I don't know. I'm not a fan. I don't watch it that much anymore. So tell me about it.
You can't use that as an excuse all the time because you can't make it seem like you don't hear these things.
Well, okay? No. I've heard news rumblings of the fact that, like we were talking off air, that Tony's been bragging the last couple of weeks about the fact that they are moving to a 12 pay-per-view model. Because allegedly, according to what he said, if you can, based on what he said, that HBO wants more pay-per-views because HBO wants more money.
Sure.
Because from what he said, he's partners with HBO, but he has 100%. Remember we played that clip. He always will have 100% of creative control. No one has creative control except him,
except for Tony.
But it's still shocking because in that weird way of his, he admitted the fact that HBO has some financial investment in the company with him. And so as a partner, apparently they're like, yo, we need to make some money off this. Apparently they're the one. Unlike him, they don't have an unlimited pond of money that they're just okay with losing because it's their passion project. It's a business for them.
So, so what we've been hearing is that AEW wants to move to a monthly pay-per-view format as opposed to quarterly. Granted, they did a whole bunch of specials on their TV shows where they say they give you pay-per-view quality matches on television for free. So, but now we are now going to a month-to-month basis as a company, as a format. So just to let you know, this month in about 10 days is Full Gear. And then at the end of the year on December 30th is AEW's World's End. I think around that same time we'll have what's that Ring of Honor pay-per-view end of the year? Something
Bound for Glory?
No, come on. That's TNA. Ring of Honor.
What did you say? Ring of Honor. I'm sorry.
Bound for Glory. And it's not even at the end of the year for them. It's in October. What are you talking about, Vern? Their pay-per-view. Come on now. It's the December pay-per-view. It's where Jonathan Gresham got all pouty against Cesaro Claudio. Come on, Vern. Come on, Vern. It's not Death Before Dishonor.
Final Battle.
Final Battle. Thank you, sir. So that will be I think around the same time, World's End and Final Battle. So my question to you, Vern, do you think it is a smart move to go 12 months out of the year, all 12 months doing pay-per-views as AEW? Do you think it's a smart move, sir?
No, not at all.
Why?
100%. Because wrestling history has taught me that when companies that aren't ready to expand try to force an expansion, they fail. So Crockett, Cornette on his podcast talked about it, surmised about it, and it makes perfect sense. The one thing he said that the reason Crockett lost the race before he ever started it was because Jim Crockett's whole business was run out of a converted storefront with 3 secretaries whose names Jim knew and his cousin, who was running something else by over here, and him.
Right.
That was the team that was running Crockett, while Vince has the brightest, the best minds of their respective fields that he can grab are all the ones who are working for him in his business.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
And so Vince is never going to lose because as a business, they're not competitive with each other. As a business, like we said before, this is a local band.
This is like Nike. This is like Nike versus
a hometown
versus
brand.
My Sneakers. Nike versus My Sneakers. Yeah, this is
Nike versus a hometown brand.
Yeah,
hey, it's cool, right? Well, like I remember in DC, there used to be all these like hometown brands, like local. A guy would make a t-shirt and guy would hand make 20 t-shirts, and that was like the thing. Down in Maryland in DC, I remember that was like the thing to like you had these brand names that like, yo, socks were $40 for one pair of socks because there was a one of one.
I'll be damned. You can keep that one.
Right?
You can keep that one, sir. But no, I get you. I get what you're saying.
Right, but like it makes sense in there, but like this ain't that.
Here's my problem, Vern. Tony has booked 4 to 6 pay-per-views a year, right? Count. If you're counting those ones like the Japan one, like what is it for Forbidden Door, and then counting all ins, I think sometimes he goes 6 pay-per-views a year, and then sometimes there's 4 pay-per-views a year. Tony Khan has struggled in that format to give you compelling stories that can last for months. Now he's going to, and his problem is Tony Khan's a hot shotter. He always seems to hot shot his feuds, or not even do a feud and just get it done in a match and we're done. So now you're telling me Tony's going to have to speed up his writing process even faster or face the consequences of having really poor buys on pay-per-views nobody's going to care about. Because now you're going to have to make 12 pay-per-views special as opposed to 4 or 6. You're going to have to make all 12 special somehow. You can't just run pay-per-views to run pay-per-views. Oh, we're going to have this dream match on this pay-per-view because we need a dream match on this pay-per-view. We're going to need to have stories. You're going to have pay-per-views not end stories. They're going to have to carry on for multiple months because you can't just tell a story in 4 weeks. And Tony struggles now when he has multiple months of pay-per-views to do that with. Multiple months in between pay-per-views, I mean. So now he's going to have to think quicker to satisfy a 12-month program? I don't know, Vern. I think it's only going to get worse, in all honesty. As far as the product as a whole, like what they're putting out on television as far as stories, not in ring, because that's not going to change. That's going to stay. That the guys are going to flip like crazy. They're going to hit destroyers. They're going to do poison Rondas. That's going to stay the same. But why are they hitting those things is going to get worse. You feel what I'm saying when I say that?
100%.
Like why? Because that's the part that matters in wrestling, the why. The why there is going to be terrible as we move on. But yeah, go ahead if you have anything else to add.
No, man, like I said, it's just it's like the point I was just making before. You know, it's a local brand name versus a national. It's fine if you can sell CDs out the trunk of your car at your local high school.
Mm-hmm.
It's different trying to get distributed nationally. It's a different beast when you're trying to do it yourself versus a company who's got infrastructure. They've got all the tools, the resources at their disposal.
Yes.
Right? Vince McMahon, TKO Sports, does not personally book the talent, does not personally book. They don't cut the checks.
Yeah, he paid somebody to do that.
Like, he focused on one thing of his business. The rest was taken care of by business people.
That's it.
That's the problem with Tony Khan, is that Tony Khan has set up people in these positions allegedly, but we've not seen the fruit of any of that. The only like that Washington kid, the Abraham Washington, right? That's his name.
That is not his name. Abraham Washington is the guy from
something Washington.
From the E that got released because he said something
my
about Kobe.
My fault. The homie, but you know what I'm talking about. The homie who
I think it's Will Washington.
Will Washington, excuse me. Will Washington got hired.
Yeah.
The only story that apparently is to his credit is the allegedly the Swerve Scott
with Nick Wayne, or just Swerve being the mogul.
Swerve's push apparently is that the whole mogul. That's he's the guy behind that story.
So yeah, and we heard about Tony Khan putting all these people in position. Remember, we read that article a while ago.
Yeah.
Since then, we haven't really heard anything. I don't know if that's a good thing.
What changed? There's been no positive change because
the only thing I can say is they don't run over times like they used to a couple years ago when we first started this.
Oh yeah, they do.
They don't. Well, no.
Every show has had a run over.
Hold on. Do you remember there was a time in AEW where, think of Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker, where they had to rush through that match because they were worried about getting cut, right? Now it's to the point where Tony gets that extra runoff if he needs it. So that's what I'm saying. There's been a slight improvement. It's not like drastic, but now they're starting to format their shows better than what we saw when we first started this podcast 90 weeks ago. When we started this, think about 2022, Vern, because now we're almost 2 years in.
Well, I haven't watched it in so long, so at this point I can't even.
Well, what I'm saying, just think about what we were critiquing a year ago on this show.
Yeah,
that was one of our gripes. We were like, dude, this show lacks a proper format. And that's one thing I say they've changed, that the flow of the show is better. It doesn't feel like they're stuffing a bunch of things into one. But I think that's because now they have Collision. They can now spread their wings a little more. But again, I'm sorry, the stories suck. Name ones. I mean, you don't watch it, but I would love somebody to name a storyline besides the MJF Adam Cole storyline, which has taken a back burner because Adam Cole is hurt again, that is of any significance. Your world champion is going up against a guy who can't hold a candle to him. Promo-wise, can't hold a candle to him. And that's what you have to do against this kind of champion. You got to be able to talk on the stick with him. You know, he can't handle it. The secondary top, Christian, who else is a secondary champion there? I mean, they have so many belts. You got Orange Cassidy, who's going to work Moxley. Why? Because Moxley's healthy.
Now he is.
Tag belts, Ricky Starks and Big Bill. I don't ever see it on Wednesdays no more. I don't watch Collision. I have better things to do on Saturday night. I don't watch Collision. So now I don't see the tag belts anymore. So it's like there's the problem. You remember you were talking.
Oh, you forgot about the 6-man tag. You forgot about
the I forgot about those on purpose. And it's the Acclaimed, which pisses me off because they're one of my favorite acts on AEW TV. Because they're actually entertaining.
Used to
but be. Well, that's what happens when you cool them off so much. But dude, that's my problem. Now you're going to have to think further ahead to be like, okay, I want this to happen at this pay-per-view. How do I get there? You know what I mean? Because that's how, whenever Shay asked me to help him book or anything like that, I always ask him, well, where are you trying to get to? What's the end game? Because that's all that matters, the end game. If you don't have an end game, what are you working on? And I don't think Tony ever does. And I think that's where the issue is going to lie when we go to 12 pay-per-views, bro. 12 pay-per-views.
Do you think, I don't know if I asked this before, that, or maybe we have, but do you think Tony books week to week? Do you think Tony books months in advance and locks himself into plans that he refuses to change? Do you think? I think
Tony's got that big notebook. Okay, you ever seen Eminem's rhyme book?
Yes.
Yeah, you know how Eminem's rhyme book. So you've seen a traditional rhyme book. Traditional rhyme book is going to have a rhyme, 16 bars, next verse, whatever. If it's a song, it'll have the multiple pages of songs and 16 bars and hooks and all that. But it's formatted. Eminem, you see an Eminem book. Eminem's got notes going this way. He's got notes going this way. He's got bars going this way. He's got bars going down. And then he will just piece his things together. That's Tony Khan. But Tony Khan is not a lyrical genius. Okay? There's the difference. Tony Khan is not a lyrical genius in his field. You know what I mean when I say that? He's nowhere near that at all. So it's like you got ideas and you're writing them down, and okay, if I need an idea, I'm gonna go pluck it out the bag. And I don't know, it's tough. I just don't see it working. I don't see 12 months working for this guy, because from what I've seen for the last 4 years, Vern, it hasn't worked out well so far, right? Yeah. You watched from the beginning. What was a memorable thing that has happened in AEW? Most memorable thing you saw in AEW from the beginning?
Cody light himself on fire. Always sticks out to me. Brandy, hot mic that night that she had with Jade Cargill, that opening night.
That's funny. Keep going. I'm waiting for you to say like a storyline.
Oh, storyline wise?
I was just waiting for you to say a storyline, because those are what matter in the shows, because that's what carries the show.
Yeah, I got to be honest. AEW story wise. So the things that matter to people, the AEW fans, didn't matter to me, like the reunion of the
I don't know.
Elite, whatever crap.
No,
nothing.
You. Not one single story.
Matter of fact, Cody and Cody and his brother, Cody and
Dustin.
That
Cody and Dustin. That was in 2019, right? So 4 years. A match from year one is the most compelling story.
But still one of the best matches they ever had.
What is the most compelling story of 2021, 2, and 3 for WWE? The Bloodline. It has been going on for 3 years strong.
But we gotta admit, it's not even fair anymore to compare it because WWE.
We should never compare them. We should never compare them.
We should never compare them. But WWE, did they find the golden goose? What did they find in Bloodline, bro? What did they find here? Did they just find the story to grasp the attention of the populace? Like, what did they? Because they have successfully figured out how to make this story hot. If when you start thinking it's getting cold, they have just known when to throw a twist that just heats the thing all the way back up again.
So can I be honest with you with what I think from the beginning?
Yeah.
Remember I said it's all about the end game? I always feel like the end game was always for Jey Uso to be in the position that he's in. And if you follow the story from the beginning, when Jey was the first victim of Roman's manipulation, it makes sense from the beginning. Now, granted, there's going to be some things that are, there's going to be some plot holes, but that's any story. But from the beginning, it's always been about Jey. No matter what. Sammy was the catalyst to start Jey on that path. Without Sammy, you would never get the Jey Uso we have right now. You know what I'm saying?
Wild, isn't it?
Isn't that crazy? And we didn't even see that when Sammy was a part of it. We thought it was about Sammy. But as you continue the story, you're like, no, it is about Jey. It's always been about Jey. Yeah. And it's been damn near 4 full years of this story unfolding. Probably one of the longest stories being told in wrestling in a very long time.
And you know what's crazy? I think we're just starting to tell Jimmy's story now. Like, we're just unraveling Jimmy's story.
Sure.
Like, every week that I get another dose of Jimmy being like, talking tough to Roman, and Roman being like, nah, that's not what we're doing. Jim being like, oh, yeah, all right, cool. I'm with you. I was my idea too. Yeah. Of like him like bowing up for a second, then immediately retreating.
Like Debo's around. I be quiet, but when he would go away, I be talking again. I be talking again.
Listen, he tells me to shut up, but the second he turns his back,
I be quiet. But as soon as he walk away, I be talking again. Yeah, that's definitely, he gives off Smokey vibes. Jimmy Uso definitely gives off Smokey vibes
in the best ways possible. Because
yes,
Paul Heyman, his hair becoming white, becoming disheveled looking on television without Roman. Did you notice when Roman came back to TV, Paul had makeup on, Paul was shaven.
Paul was like a girl whose man just came back from the military. Like he was ecstatic. So that's why, and we're gonna go to tangent about Paul real quick.
What a wrinkle to the story.
Because Paul, all these years we've seen Paul. Paul has been the most confident man in the world. You can never out talk Paul. You can never do anything to Paul. Now, all of a sudden, he is the tribal chief's advisor. And he is submissive to Roman Reigns. We've never seen that kind of character to Paul. Yeah. Yes, my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief. From Paul Heyman
to
a T, bro. To a T. And he's another piece of the story that matters so much. He can drive points across for Roman without Roman being there. All the pieces to the puzzle work so well for that story. And that is my problem with AEW. I don't think they're ever able to do something like that.
Speaking of stories and moving puzzles that like just fell all into place, and the fact that we know AEW can't, but you know who can?
Who?
That Survivor Series story that's coming up, homie.
So you say that. Okay, W segue, because I was ready to get off that topic anyway.
Facts. I said because that was you summed it up perfectly. Because you're right. It's going to be a dub, and I'm whatever.
Unfortunately, and I think it's just going to hurt them even more. But whatever.
It's gonna go on as we said before. We said off air, and I'll end on that. It's gonna go on until Tony gets bored. When Tony gets bored, it'll be done. If he never gets bored, it'll never be done.
Right. Okay, so talk to me, bro. Survivor Series War Games announced. I didn't get a picture for this. Let me see if I can snag one.
Man, really quick. Did any part of you think that we were going to possibly get William Regal saying it?
War Games!
Now
he
that
allowed? Is he allowed to be on there yet?
No, apparently he's not allowed till next year to be on television till next year. That was part of the
that clause is crazy.
Of his clause with
Tony. Let's talk about it, brother.
I'm sure that you know what? Honestly, I'm sure they could have gotten out of it. I'm sure Triple H and them could have, but I'm sure William Regal was like a gentleman about it. Was just like,
William Regal was probably like,
I'll honor my deal. Yeah. Based on everything we know about the guy, it seems that he would be the type of man to say, I'll honor my deal. I'll honor my commitment. If I said I wasn't going to go on TV, I'm not going to do it.
Right, of course.
But because I thought what's his name? Adam, what's his face was going to kill himself.
Adam Pierce?
Pierce. I thought Pierce was going to blow a gasket when he was like, War Games.
Okay, so help me out here.
Neck, Brody.
Help me out here.
Yeah.
Is the War Games match set?
It looks like it, but it's currently 4-4 at the moment. So I'm wondering who the fifth person is going to be.
So you're saying currently it's 4-4. Have they announced any of this? Who the guys are in it?
Well, based on Raw, what happened on Monday Night Raw when Adam Pierce announced, we'll see you at SummerSlam for War Games for you guys all to fight it out. Survivor Series, excuse me. And we'll see you in a War Games match at Survivor Series for you guys to fight it out, to get it out.
So help me out here because, I'm old, and by 10:47, I was watching the main event, and then I woke up at 11:08, and I didn't watch the replays. So help me out here.
Okay.
Who was talking there?
That was Adam Pierce.
I
think he was talking to the Judgment Day.
Okay.
I know he was talking to the Judgment Day. Excuse me.
He was talking to the Judgment Day. So I didn't want to pop stuff up and then look stupid. So I doubt this is gonna be who, but you never know. But does that look like something it could be? And for the audio listener, we have Sammy J, Seth Rollins, and Cody on one side, and we have the Judgment Day, including JD McDonough, on the right side of your screen. Is that what they were implying?
Yes.
Okay. I don't mind it with just the 4-on-4 right there at the moment.
I was going to ask you, how do you feel about 4-on-4?
I don't mind 4-on-4.
Okay, because some of the feedback I was reading online was saying,
it must be 5-on-5. That's the traditional way. We have to go 5. If you don't shut up.
Well. So here's the thing.
Talk to me.
Does that mean we're going to get a SmackDown War Games match?
Oh, I hope not.
That's the thing. It's only 4 guys.
We had men and women's War Games matches last year.
Correct.
I don't mind that. Because you gotta preach the equality. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have the men do it.
Is there enough ladies currently in an issue to do a War Games match?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's enough factions among women.
The last one was with Damage Control, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That was joined by. Remember, she was joined by Becky Lynch. Not Becky Lynch.
No, Rhea.
Rhea joined her side, and
Nikki Cross. Right?
There we go. I was thinking, what was her name? Nikki Cross.
Yep.
El Terrible.
I just don't know if you can do that for the ladies again, because.
So I'm just saying, if we get 2 War Games matches, I'm gonna be. I like a War Games match. I don't know if I like 2 War Games matches in one. I've yet to be a fan of that 2 matches in one night. Not that we haven't seen fun War Games matches on both ends, women and men, but it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
You gotta have a reason. Last year there was a reason for the ladies to get in the cage. This year, it doesn't seem like it's about camaraderie besides Damage Control, and they're in a flux right now because Kairi Sane came back, and the way my girl Triple B's reacted, she had no idea. So they're gonna tell that story. Unless they shove them into the War Games match, and that's where their team starts to break down. But how are you going to set up those 4 to take on another 4 in 17 days? That's where
they've done worse, but I don't want to see it. I'd prefer not to see it.
Right, of course.
We're not at Crown Jewel yet, but I mean, like, I really enjoyed a lot of the women working, etc. But I don't necessarily think I want to see that inside of a cage where there's going to be tables and big bumps. Like,
I don't know. Craziness.
I don't know anything that we saw in that 5-way match says to me, okay, we need a no holds barred table spot fest match to solve this problem.
Sure.
It was it was a fun that match that they had at Crown Jewel worked for 5 ladies. I mean, there's a lot of ladies in the match.
On. Now you're going. Hold on.
But I'm just saying,
you're going way too far right now.
We're all that to say, I don't want to see another 2 War Games matches at that show. Like, because there's only 4 people. I don't want to see another, because I don't think the ladies need one. I don't see there being a story involving women right now that necessitates 2 teams of 8 women.
I don't think you can tell that in 2 weeks. That's the thing. No. So, all right, there is something though that I did want to bring up to you, Vern, and then we can move on to the next spot. What are your thoughts on something like, and I'll explain to the audio listener when I say this, something like this happening? And for the people who are listening at home on the audio version, it is a very grainy photo of CM Punk, a CM Punk graphic where it says Survivor Series, Chicago, November 25th, Saturday, 6:30, tickets available now. What are your thoughts on the possibility of CM Punk returning to the WWE at Survivor Series in Chicago, Illinois?
So all rumors and everything are pointing to, you don't know what to think, because a lot of rumors are speculating it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I think a lot of the IWC it's setting itself up for
disappointment.
A Monet 2.0. She's going to debut tonight. Oh, she didn't debut. Well, she's probably really busy with her schedule, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, that's what it is.
I think so. I think this has more. I think this is a 99% chance we're not seeing Punk. I just don't think Punk there's enough time to bring Punk in right now. Like, I just think to have him come in as a surprise, it wouldn't make sense. Like, I don't think it's the place. If anything, Punk, I could see Punk making a comeback at like a Cody Mania moment. But sure. Chicago Punk, it's obvious, but I don't see it happening.
I think the only reason why people are saying this is because he's a free agent and it's Chicago. Okay, if Survivor Series was in Topeka, Kansas, if Survivor Series was in Kalamazoo, Michigan, if it was anywhere else, Ontario, Canada, we would not be talking CM Punk. It's because it's in Chicago that people are going out of their way to make fake graphics like this. Yes. Okay. That this picture's from years ago. It's not even the CM Punk we know now. So in my opinion, I agree with you. I don't think he's gonna be there. I don't think we even need a CM Punk in this WWE at this moment, because where do you put him? What do you do with him immediately? You bring a guy like him in, you have to pop him into the spotlight.
Yeah.
So where are you gonna put him?
Seth Rollins. It's the only match the IWC wants to see.
Well, that's what the IWC wants to see.
That's it.
Okay, but
that's it. We're done.
Why would you do it?
That is the match, the feud. Punk, what was it? I read it the other day. It was the most top-rated comment was Punk comes in, he beats Rollins chases him to next Mania. And could you imagine the promos? Could you imagine a series of matches?
So
bangers they're gonna have.
CM Punk hasn't been in the WWE in 9 years, so let's just beat the guy with one of the biggest momentums in our company, so then that guy can chase him. This is why some guys are not allowed to book. This is why people aren't all allowed to book. This is exactly why.
Why does everyone book like Paul? Why does everyone think the Paul Heyman booking? Why does everyone book like Paul Heyman?
It's the chase, bro. You gotta book the chase. Well, come on, man.
But Dusty booked the chase too. But Dusty didn't always. Vader knocking out Inoki on that opening night that he debuts in Japan as Big Van Vader, knocking out Inoki, and the people lighting the chairs on fire and rioting because he wins. It worked that night because you saw a literal monster come in and take down your hero.
And now remember, I'm sorry, we're gonna go on a tangent.
But that was the hero of Inoki.
We are in Japan. In Japan.
But that's what I mean.
Right.
That happened at one time when Hogan knocks out Inoki with the Boomaye and Dagon makes
Axabuma.
The Axabama, excuse me, the Boomaye, the Axabama, and makes him a legend there, right? And the man who knocked out Inoki, the American did that, this big American.
Right.
Those are isolated incidents. You can't do it for everybody. Everybody can't be brought in, beat the champ on night 1, and have a reign of terror for a year and then lose the belt. Like, why is it everyone's idea of like this is the perfect run?
Because they don't have the thought process in making compelling stories. And this is why they're sitting on their couch watching on TV, or they're behind the guardrail.
But Franny, I feel like that's a story. Like workers go back to guys. Bob Holly.
Then I beat everybody.
I'll just beat everybody.
I win the belt and I beat everybody.
Just beat everybody.
Those are the guys that think it's a shoot, though. Those are the guys who think it's a shoot. Like, dude, come on, bro. What do we say wrestling is? Wrestling is give and take, give and take. Wrestling is give and take. You can't just take and never give. Like that. That's not how that works. What are you doing? Bro. Let's just have CM Punk show up, defeat Seth Rollins, run with the belt for a year. Think of all the promos we're here for a year. Okay, then we get 6 months in. Man, when is the storyline going to be over? This is taking too long. Do we have to wait till SummerSlam for this thing to be over? I just can't wait till CM Punk works somebody else. Fickle, Vern. Fickle. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up on Survivor Series? I'm just happy to see War Games. What about you?
Hey, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for Adam Pearce. I'm excited for Nick Aldis.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. But I want to say one more thing about that before you go.
What?
I really would have liked it if they went the route of Raw versus SmackDown in the War Games match. Maybe that's something they can do next year if they keep the GM thing established. I think, of course, it would have been too soon to do that here. You had the Judgment Day doing what the Judgment Day is doing, totally fine. But I think if you do something like that, War Games, where just like because that I always go back to in recent time where during the Vince era that SmackDown came and invaded Raw, or Raw would go and invade SmackDown, the show. And that's the time where Nia broke Becky's nose and dudes were brawling in the back. And that stuff was cool. That would have been perfect for War Games. If it was just like, you bring your best, I bring my best, your best four, my best four. Because now you have chances to cause conflict like the traditional Survivor Series matches between teammates inside of the War Games format. So hopefully that's something we can see next year as a way to tweak it. But who knows if we get it every year, you know?
Correct. I would like to think that they're going to keep the War Games as a blow-off. I would like to think to keep it as a big gimmick blow-off match, or as something, not just necessarily like the yearly.
Like, we have to do it. Yeah.
Like Hell in a Cell, like when they got away from Hell in a Cell. I
love that they did. Yeah. Because I don't need WWE Lockdown. That's exactly what that is. It's WWE Lockdown. We don't need that. We don't need 3 Hell in a Cell matches in the same show. We're supposed to have Hell in a Cells whenever. You know, it doesn't need its designated pay-per-view, because like something like Elimination Chamber, it needs its designated pay-per-view, because you can't go, Vern, I hate you. Let's get 4 other people and do an Elimination Chamber match. You can't do that. It's like it's competition the company created. You know, that's a difference. You know, it's like, well, the Coliseum, the king wants to see these 6 men wrestle in the Coliseum. This is why they're in there. So, you know, but all in all, just to say, more Survivor Series War Games. I love it. Anything else you want to say before we're out of here?
Let's get out of here like shampoo.
Bro, an hour and 33 in. We are here. Crown Jewel.
Perfect timing.
Good talk so far. I like it. So, my friend, I need to talk to you. November 4th, we were in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, midday. I had Shay here, by the way. We had a good time. We were watching the pay-per-view. We were at the Mohammed Abdul Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We had an attendance of 10,291, which, can you get the WrestleTix up for that?
I don't know if they have.
It's a 22,000 capacity arena, according to Wikipedia. So I don't know if that's true. So, I mean, granted, they gave him WrestleMania, so 22,000 seats were not going to get filled, because the way they set that building up, the way they set up that stadium, WWE had to probably remove a lot of seating. But nonetheless.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on.
Oh, you got
distribution? There's actually a note. Yep, there's a note. WrestleTix. Tickets distributed 9109. Every seat on the map has been distributed / sold. It's worth noting that there is an incorrect Google capacity figure of 22,000 circulating. While the venue officially states its capacity at 13,000, the only factor not taken into account on my account is some VIP boxes but they comprise a small percentage of the seats, and it's the entire map is done. There's not
so it was sold out. So that capacity of 22,000 was incorrect.
False. It's
that's
apparently
what I said on Wikipedia. So that building only fits 13,000. I think it's the smaller arena in Riyadh. I think there's two. There's like a big soccer stadium, and then there's this one in Riyadh. So okay, just wanted to bring that up. So we had 10,000 folks in there. We had an 8-match card if you count the pre-show. I'll go through these really quick, and then we'll go through the through the photos and talk match to match. Right? How's that sound? We got a lot of time tonight. This is our main event of the evening.
Let's do it.
I think we got some time. All right. And by the way, I should have done this while I was talking about Crown Jewel, but yeah, we're here. We're here. Again, I just want to bring up how awesome this poster is. And to see my guy LA Knight on there makes me feel special. All right, so in the pre-show, Sami Zayn defeated JD McDonough by pinfall in 9 minutes and 40 seconds. In a singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship, Seth freaking Rollins defeated Drew McIntyre in 18 minutes and 20 seconds. In the Fatal 5-Way for the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley defeated Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark to retain her title in 11 minutes and 5 seconds. Solo Sikoa defeated John Cena in 16 minutes and 10 seconds. Logan Paul defeated Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship by pinfall in 17 minutes and 55 seconds. Io Sky defended her WWE Women's Championship by defeating Bianca Belair in 16 minutes and 35 seconds. Cody Rhodes defeated Damian Priest in 11 minutes and 5 seconds. And Roman Reigns defeated LA Knight by pinfall in 20 minutes and 5 seconds for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. So, Vern, let's start from the beginning. We're going to skip the pre-show. Let me get this... Let me get some pictures up. We're going to start with the opener of the show. I didn't think they were going to open the show, but with Roman on the card, why not go number one, right? That's how I'd be like, put me number one if Roman's on the card. I'll thank Roman for the card afterwards. We had Seth Rollins taking on Drew McIntyre. What say you about this match, sir?
You know what? Was a goodie.
Yeah.
So maybe part of me thought we were getting a harder, like, I guess I'm not fully convinced that Drew's a heel yet, right? Like, I guess I don't know.
He's not. He's
right.
Not.
Like, he's still teasing me with like he's not
tweening.
fully committed to heel.
He's tweening.
Yet.
Yes, because we were sorry to cut you off damn early, but me and Shay were watching, and we were talking about the WWE style, like how we were talking about it last show. And I said the WWE style programs you to be ready for the next spot. And I'm like, well, look at Drew. My daughter was watching. And she saw him go into the corner and squat and have his hand out. And she goes, Claymore? Is the Claymore coming? I'm like, yeah, the Claymore's coming, Rocky. So she knew that by just watching wrestling enough, the WWE style, she can pinpoint it when something's going to happen. And that's what WWE wants you to do. And to this day, that crowd is still, the reason why I brought it up is to this day, the crowd is still chanting that stuff. The 3, 2, 1. So they're treating him as a babyface still. But he's just more of a rugged kind of don't trust anybody kind of.
Getting aggressive. Okay.
So that's how I look at it. I think that's maybe why you didn't get the reaction you did, but Seth is the number one baby right now. So.
Oh man, Seth, but in terms of, so this match was, if this was at an Evolve show in a gym, I'd have been like, yo, these guys they went in because for a WWE match, they were going in.
Yeah, they were. They were going in. This felt like you said, an Evolve match.
Right. They had on the working shoes, as they like to say.
He missed his Phoenix splash, right? Didn't he land on his feet and roll through?
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, anytime he does that stuff, it makes my knees just whoa.
Oh my God. And I forgot here. Damian tries to cash in. Look, even a spot in the match where he looked like he was gonna hit the sunset flip bomb again. And Shay goes, every time I see him do it, I cringe a little bit because I think of the match with Kane where his knee buckled. And he had to be out for all those months.
Yep.
So, listen, Seth is at the top of his game. Drew is also at the top of his game. I hope they revisit this feud with a little more time. I feel like these two could tell a really good story if they're given a few months of storytelling. What do you think here with the Sami Zayn coming out here. You can see Sami Zayn's wicked little eye right here. What did you think of that?
Whatever.
You needed something, right?
Yeah, that's one of those things where I'm like, look, it's a bought show. They need someone to get out of it. They needed to have him on there and get out of it. So real quick,
I look at it as before you go
ahead.
I look at it as you just needed to know Damian is still a threat.
Correct.
And then we could go. Go ahead.
Yo, did you know that JD McDonough got burnt in the first match?
He got burned.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what did because I did. So the opening match, I caught like the tail end of it. I didn't see the beginning of it, but apparently he got burned.
I didn't get to see that match at all.
Okay.
I was cooking.
So apparently he was cooking and he was burned at the show, and that's why he had on Monday Night Raw. He had on Damian Priest t-shirt.
Oh! He got like I did see that. He got like a burn or a rat. I got it right here. Boom. I did see this, and I was like, bro, is this like a bruise or something?
Yeah.
So it was a burn? It wasn't like a mat rash or something?
No, it's a burn. He has a burn on his head. A burn
from what? An LED board or something?
I have no idea. That's what I meant to ask you if you knew what it was from.
I have no idea. I have no clue. If I had an answer, I would definitely tell you. But I have no clue,
dude.
I didn't see anything about it either. I usually you would think you'd get you see something on the sheets, but
yeah.
No, I hadn't seen a thing about it. I do remember seeing that though, because I thought he just took like a bad bump or something like that. Like kind of like how Triple H hit that the LED boards and bruised up his thigh a few years back. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I'm looking it up right now because I'm gonna see if there's anything.
You're trying to see if there's anything.
Yeah, right. Because it's got to be some sort of like, what was that?
What was dude, that? It's insane. I do remember seeing it, but I thought it was just like a bad bruise or a bad mat rash or something. Because I was like, that's huge. But the more I think about it, it does look like a burn. So yeah, let's wrap this one up. Seth retains. Let's head to the next one. We had Mommy.
So what'd you think of the crowd?
I think Saudi Arabia still doesn't know how to appreciate women. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way to Saudi culture, but I just mean that in a way where they're not used to seeing women put in a spotlight like this. So I feel like they sit on their hands.
Yes.
What you found out?
I got it. Yeah. He did it to himself. Check.
So I was just gonna say, I just don't think they're used to seeing women put in a spotlight like this, and they don't know how to really react to them. Because for the men, they went bananas.
Yeah, for the women, they were dead.
For these women, they were quiet. And I seriously think it just has to do with how they perceive women in that culture. Yeah. And it's unfortunate, but it's just their way of life. It's their way of living. I will say that,
even I was going to say, because even with the EO surprise, like EO came back and it was.
You mean Kairi Sane?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Kairi Sane. Yeah. Like even at the Kairi Sane thing, when Kairi Sane came back, it was just like pin drops. It was like, okay, who's that?
It was like, oh, who's that? Yeah. And it got like a late reaction, but
it
still.
Did. Yeah.
It would have went off so much better in the States.
Yeah.
I just want to say
they still got a surprise at the show.
Yeah. I will say this. I hated the fact that these two came out looking like this in their gear. I'll give Zoe Stark a pass because with the Under Armour look here, okay, it doesn't look bad. But I feel like Shayna Baszler phoned it in when it came to the look and the gi,
with the white gi pants and the black.
Because I mean, look at Rhea. Let me go to Raquel and Nia. Look at Raquel and Nia. They're all full body gear. Yeah, I feel like these ladies didn't even try.
But you know what though? But I would imagine it might also be a comfort thing, right? Of like not what maybe they don't want to necessarily wear bodysuits or whatever. But
sure, I can understand that.
Any different than any other gear?
I can understand that, but
yeah, whatever.
You're technically in a bodysuit here. That's how snug it is to your body, Vern.
Correct.
You know, she rocks she rocks her logo and she has that, they call it a halter top, but the top for girl workers, that's how she rocks with the midriff all out.
Okay.
Why couldn't she just get that as a full body Under Armour with her logo in front with some,
maybe she lost her gear. Who knows?
I don't know, bro. But I saw that and I was like, okay, there's no excuse because every other girl looked amazing. Even EO. Think about how EO looked in the other match. So that was my major gripe in this one. I was absolutely disappointed in this match. I don't know about you.
Really. Why?
I don't know if it was because the crowd didn't really react to it.
Oh, the crowd never, any women's match they could have had Starrcade 89 and you watch, and it's hard because it's quiet.
Yeah, it was really quiet. I thought Zoe Stark did very well.
Did you think she was gonna win?
No, come on. I don't think.
All right, her winning caught you off guard too, right?
Rhea's win?
Oh, okay. Excuse you. No, I'm thinking of Monday Night Raw last night. So my bad.
Oh, okay. I was like, how are you
talking about? Monday Night Raw.
Zoe Stark's win on Raw.
Zoe Stark won on Raw, and I was
I saw that.
That caught me so off guard.
I thought it was gonna be either her or who was in the match. It was the other four. The other four besides Rhea, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be Raquel. I thought it was either gonna be her and Nia. That's what I'm
saying. Like, did you ever did anything in this match give you the indication they were going to push Zoe Stark? Like, think of this match. Do you recall Zoe Stark having some huge spotlight on her in this match, or
not a huge spotlight? But I think whatever she did in the match, she executed well. She did her. Yeah, she hit her spots.
So
I think she did good.
Do you think they base it off of when she hit Rhea with the Z360?
Yeah.
You think that's
that was the starting point?
Did you see Rhea sell?
Oh, Rhea's sell is great. She kind of does that, like
Rhea ate that knee, and
chin
Rhea
up.
Said,
It's amazing.
Shot it running through the field. Oh, it was beautiful.
I was talking about Seth being on top of his game. This girl's the top female in the company right now.
Oh, Rhea's the top female in wrestling. Period.
Yeah, for sure.
Rhea winning the number one in the PWI was not a work. That was a shoot. She deserves to be number one.
Of course. I want to see this again. I was disappointed in this match. I wanted to see these girls do like a car crash style, kind of like I said with Brock and Samoa Joe and that match from a few years back. I didn't get that car crash feel, and I've come to notice. I always say Nia Jax is my boo. Nia Jax has not improved. She's not improved at all.
I thought she got a little bit better. I actually thought she moved a little better.
Brother, she's the same. She rushes through things.
Her promo doesn't match her look.
I know. I don't care about.
She still does the Valley Girl thing. She still does the mean
because that's her. She's just talking in her regular voice.
Exactly. She's the one person who you're like, could you?
I need a promo voice,
character voice or something.
Yeah, I need promo voice.
Some kind of inflection, because talking like this and saying all the other girls, that may be who you are, but it just doesn't.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work for your character. You are a menacing
monster. Right. I want to eat you.
Because even when I cut a promo, I put a little more bass in my voice. Even though I have a poop ton of bass already, I try to put even more bass in my voice to sound more menacing, especially if I'm being a heel. But with Nia Jax, I'm not talking promos for her. I'm talking just in ring, the way she works, positioning. As I'm watching this, I'm just like, this girl. I don't know where she was training in the off season when she wasn't in the E. She's lost weight. She looks great, but her mannerisms, how she moves, she has not improved from when she had her run in the previous time. It's just I can see she's doing the same thing. The way she's scrambling her hands,
she's trying. Yeah, she's trying now. But
she is, but it's not there. It's not there. That's all I got to say.
I won't disagree. So, look, I'll say this. I thought this match had its moments. I thought Raquel and Rhea looked really good against each other. They worked really hard.
Yeah.
I thought that Zoe Stark had her moments. I just didn't think she was showcased enough that you could have ever predicted her being the person to get the next shot at Rhea, except her being the one that hit Rhea with the finish. So if that is the secret, sure. But I don't know.
But I think she hit that finish to set herself up to have a spot for this match.
But that's what I'm saying.
I think that's when that happened.
I guess I just don't get how that translates then 2 days later to her being the person to face Rhea Ripley.
Why not though? Why not? Why not? Do you want to see Nia and Rhea?
No, but again, as we just said, based off the story, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax. Out of those names, Zoe Stark is the one you're going to put in the slot to be the next person? You know what I mean? Like, I guess this just
Would
felt
you
like it was
do?
out
Are
of
you
nowhere.
gonna do? So listen to the names you're saying though. Who are you putting there? No Zoe. Who are you putting there?
Out of those 4, I tell you, like you, I thought it was going to be Nia Jax. I thought Nia Jax was going to come out. They were going to finally give us the Nia Jax and her. And
And
Rhea
I
was going to
think,
finally get some revenge for Nia sitting on her that one time.
Nia right now is too soon. Maybe I wasn't the only one who saw how she was performing on Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah.
And maybe an audible was called. Like,
Possibly.
ooh, I don't know about this Nia. Because in the end,
excuse me,
these girls are going to have to go one-on-one with the top female heel in wrestling. Okay? To the point where this girl, she's a heel, but she's beloved by everybody. Everybody loves mommy. Everybody loves mommy. Dom takes the microphone, the people go insane. Mommy talks, they stop because they want to hear what Rhea's saying. Okay? So in that match, Nia's the heel. Right? Even Zoe Stark's the heel in this match. But I just don't think, I think people saw the way Nia performed on Saturday and they went, we can't let her go 12 to 15 minutes with Rhea. But I'm sure Zoe, let's give Zoe a shot. I think an audible could have been called. I believe it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just sorry because what I saw with Nia, I'm just like,
same old
Nia, right? Same old.
Same old refrigerator with the appendages on.
Moving on. Okay.
Yo, so JD McDonough, the spot was he took Sammy to the ropes. He jumped down, dragged Sammy's throat across the rope, and he slid against the ring skirt right there on the apron.
Yeah.
He slid his side of his stomach slid just right down on the apron.
And it just gave him like a burn.
So it burned him. Yeah, he got burned against the edge of the ring. Yeah, he burned himself against the edge of the ring.
Golly, I was about to let one out, but holy.
Yeah,
that's
why
one.
It was pink like that. That's why I was like, oh, that makes sense then. Why that joint? I thought it was a burn. I thought it was pyro or something.
Yeah.
Side of the ring? No, thank you.
Vern, let's talk about it. Can I say something?
Tell me. Give me your reaction. Yeah, you tell me your reaction to this. Yeah.
Match of the night. Listen, me and Shay, it's funny because we called this match, me and Shay, like literally called this match before it started. We said it's going to be a Cena match. Cena's going to fight from underneath. Solo's going to be the dominant heel, standing over top Cena. Cena's going to fight up from underneath as much as he can. We're going to get to the comeback, and then we're going to take it home. And what happened? Just that. Cena kept fighting back. Solo kept them down. You can see Cena chatting up a storm with Solo. Solo listened very well. He did a great job. Once Solo started hitting the Cena face, gotta love Cena face. Yeah. Once Solo started hitting those spikes towards the end,
10,000 spikes.
So we go, okay, he's not 11.
Okay.
Me and Shay are sitting there watching it. We're like, oh, okay, 2 spikes, 3 spikes, okay, 4. Okay, that's strange. And then he picks him up again, and he continues, and we're like, Cena's not coming back after this. I'm like, Cena, and he's just wailing on Cena now. Boom, boom. And I'm like, oh, Cena's dead. I was like, this is it. My daughter's like, Cena's died? I'm like, no. I'm just saying, Cena's not coming back for a while after this show right here. Like, this is it. Cena went out on his shield, on his back, giving a rub to a guy who deserved it. Right?
Solo's been doing extremely well work. Bro, That's all
he's been doing since he's been back. We talked about it when he was here. Theory. He gave Theory the ultimate rub too at WrestleMania. Right? That was Theory's WrestleMania moment, beating John Cena.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Solo, he's giving this rub too. Going down to NXT, interacting with those guys. Like, come on, bro. Like, interacting with Braun Breaker, giving Braun Breaker a rub. Like, dude, he doesn't have to do this. Let's remember.
He's been giving in a way that's just crazy.
And this is why he's the GOAT. It's the reason why he's the GOAT. And this match with Solo was so simple. And that crowd, just like we were talking about the match before. This is how I determined, it's because of the ladies. At first, I thought, man, this Saudi crowd sitting on their hands again. I was like, this is greatest Royal Rumble all over again. And then these two came on, and I'm like, no, it's because it was the ladies, and Cena wasn't doing anything, Vern, just selling, just the way they teach you at training school. Learn how to sell, take your bumps, always fight back as the babyface, and continue to sell for that heel till it's time to come back and go home. And that's exactly what Cena did in this match. He didn't do 10 flips, 48 destroyers, 13 pile drivers, 2 Spanish flies. He didn't do any of that. What was the biggest move Cena hit in this match, dude? It's probably in the photos. His AA? The you can't see me, they went crazy for.
Yeah, it was the high spots.
Dude. And this is what I'm saying. Like the crossbody. This is the biggest move he hit. That's right.
Crazy.
The crossbody was the biggest move Cena hit in that match. And it was a crossbody. Everywhere else, this is a transitional move that means nothing to nobody. Cena made a crossbody that meaningful. I said, this dude is Sweet Scott Ashworth tonight, and he's feeling froggy. That's what I said to Shay. I was like, he's feeling froggy tonight for Solo. He put out an absolute amazing effort for a young guy who's been in the main roster for 2 years and has excelled the entire time. And he deserved this win over John Cena. So that's why I called this match of the night. Kudos to all of them. That's all I got to say. What say you, Vern?
I want to add nothing to that. That was well said.
Oh, thanks,
I want to tell you, this was a great match to pay attention to when you think about let the story play out.
Yes.
Let the story drive the match.
Yeah.
Let the narrative, the greater narrative go on here, be the driving force, not just the action. The action, the motion in the ring doesn't always have to drive the story.
Right.
Like the selling, the fact that John Cena is struggling, that people there were willing for him to get up, were screaming, when he was catching 11 spikes, it was 11 spikes he took. Okay.
The people were up for it too.
Bro.
Like, come on, Cena. Like, they were like, come on, bro. Like,
stop it. Listen, I want to believe in my heart, had they not had the Royal Guard, they were going to hit the ring. They'd hit the ring. It was going to be a massacre. It was going to be a massacre.
That's a fact. That is an absolute fact, bro. But like, this match was professional wrestling.
Yeah.
It wasn't what you want to, whatever.
Solo held his own, and Solo held his own in the bargain. So, like, that has to be said. Solo held his own.
Solo was a great passenger. Okay. He had a W driver. He was a great passenger. He listened well. He stayed in his spots. He hit the marks. Working, and let's be honest, if you know what you're doing, working John Cena is somewhat of a night off. Because you're not going to do all the crazy stuff you're going to do. You're going to go in there, you're going to listen to Cena, and you're going to hit your marks, and you're getting out of there. Whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, all you got to do is listen to John, and you're going to be taken care of. Solo did a great job of that. And I'm not trying to downplay like, oh, all Solo did was listen. Oh, there's no final. Oh, it's an advertisement. There goes and he, oh my God, the sell job of this guy on the way out to the
dejected.
This is the stuff people don't understand, bro.
Disgusted, bro. He was disgusted.
This is the stuff people don't understand. It's like, that's what makes our business so special. Yes, everybody knows it's a work. Yes, everybody knows it's kayfabe. But the emotions is what everybody still rides on.
Yeah.
And you can't get that emotion if you're not selling. He came out coughing, holding his collarbone.
When he cut the promo on SmackDown and he had the raspy voice. And I was like,
bro.
Man, Cena, come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
You're committing that hard?
And let me remind you, he doesn't need to do this. Peacemaker ain't got to do this, bro. But he's doing it because he's doing it for the business that he loves so much. So shout out to John, the GOAT.
Facts.
Greatest of all time. Better than Terry. I'm gonna die on that hill. Moving on. I'm gonna start you off with this. We're for the audio listener, we're at Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio. What did you think of this intro that they did for Logan Paul?
It was Logan Paul. It screams Logan Paul. It was over the top for the sake of being over the top. Because why was this? This was just a flex for the sake of being a flex.
This felt unnecessary, right?
It was a flex for this was This was pouring out Cristal on the floor and washing your hands with it because just to do it, to be like, I did that. This felt wild. What was it? This was Edge having the video before he debuted himself on AEW.
Yo, what's crazy is
what?
Me and Shay said the same thing.
What is the
Me and Shay
thing?
said the same exact thing, bro. We're like, why is he riding in a dune buggy? And then so they do the pre-match program package. They always do. Then they played this video.
Yeah.
Then they show him in the streets. That was clearly recorded the night before.
That's what I mean. It was very Logan Paul and like this over-the-top presentation, but it's like it's almost so ostentatious, so gaudy, so just come on. What
it felt too over the top.
That's what I'm saying. It's like like the brag of like, okay, you're bragging to people who all know this. Like it's not the flex you think it is, because it's like it just makes you seem like silly, like almost cartoon like.
Give me
that's what it was. It got cartoonish. Like it was so over the top, it was cartoonish.
Give me the drive around through the city. I didn't need the dune buggy part. Give me the pre-show package. You're starting his entrance. Give me the drive around through the city. He's going to the arena. He pulls up. I'm okay with that. The extra dune bugginess, pointless. It was pointless.
It was a flex. But it was a flex.
You're right. It was a flex. It goes, look what I can do.
It all felt like it was Logan Paul.
Yeah,
it was Logan Paul. I'm flexing on you, so I'm driving around this custom dune buggy that matches my gear.
Yeah, it's like, okay, bro, we get it. We get it.
Don't know what the point of this is. Don't know what the point of this is.
But yeah, no, okay, match-wise now. What do you think?
Match-wise, it delivered.
I want you to think.
Match-wise, it delivered. I didn't know what to expect, but I did. A lot of flippy stuff.
Yep.
A lot of athleticism.
Sure.
Logan Paul.
This guy gets it, man.
Look at the pictures.
Just looking at the photos, I'm looking at this kid's face, Logan Paul.
He is selling with his face. He's telling the story with his body.
He gets it. He absolutely gets it. I'm telling you. That's what makes his run right now so special, because nobody gets it this fast.
Yeah.
And somehow he's got it this fast. Go ahead.
This match for me, here's the thing with this match. And here's the thing that I'm not I would have chosen a different way to go about it.
Okay.
But
what you talking? Talk to me.
For the finish.
Okay.
The Rey Mysterio does the kick out of the
kick out of 619.
Out of the 619.
Yeah.
And then when he goes to do the dive in the ropes, that's when Logan catches him with the punch.
Yes. I'm trying to see if they have the photo.
I didn't like.
So it was brass.
The only thing I didn't like.
What I did like about the finish, though. Go ahead. Sorry, go.
That is all just to set up into it. Why use the 619 to set up into it?
Well, hold on now. I will say one thing, but before we get there, you have to. What is it? What did you say? You're burying the lead. You said this to me once. You're burying the lead.
Okay.
Let's not forget how one of his cronies came out, put the brass knuckles out there. He grabbed the Nux. Nux got dropped. Right. Santos Escobar comes out, grabs the Nux.
Yes. The whole brouhaha before all that.
Unfortunately, leaves it on the apron where Logan gets put. Logan puts a hand up. I don't know if you noticed that. He doesn't go like, I'm about to take the 619, so I don't really get kicked in the face. Logan goes, I'm going to put a hand up, brother, but I'm going to make it look like I got hit. I don't know if you saw that. Give it a watch back. Logan sneaks a hand up late. He sneaks a hand up late as if he's saying, that's what caught the 619, but I'm going to go back and sell it, so when he springboards, see you bye. So I didn't mind the finish.
I did not get that. Wow. I'll have to
catch the hand. Watch it again. I caught it on the replay. I said, oh, he put his hand up. Because at first I was like, why is he no selling the 619?
Yeah, because I saw it and I was just
like, I
was like, what is that about?
Like, right. That's some AEW-ish, selling the finish like that.
100%. That's so funny you said that. That was my issue I took with it, was when I was like, what the heck? Yep.
That's why I said, hold on. He sneaks the hand in, and I took that as, okay, because he made it. It wasn't like last second. It was like open palm. This is what he hits instead. So I didn't mind the finish at all. I actually liked it. It suited Logan. He won in a cheap way. And then when he went up to his face, fair and square, he said something to Ray. And Ray's like, come on, man, you cheated with the Nux, bro. I was like, man, you never see that kind of interaction between two workers inside of the ring that close to a camera. You never see that kind of interaction. So I was like, I like the finish. This was my next favorite match of the night.
Yeah.
I thought Logan did
as
good.
a match itself, it slapped.
Yes.
It slapped. Logan Paul did his thing.
Yo, what you
think about the backflip? The backflip when out of the pin, out of the power slam, and the backflip out the corner.
The fall away Spanish fly. I call those. That's what I call it because it's like a fall away slam, but you're backflip.
With Ray's size, it looked beautiful.
Yeah, it looked good.
Oh,
it looked good. But
he's done it before. But with Ray, it looked crazy. Go ahead.
It looked amazing. Logan, and I'm sure they've rehearsed this match tons of times because whatever. Logan was not ready for the Lucha Libre style live. I could tell.
Okay.
In the beginning of the match, as he was going through the motions, his timing was off, especially where was it? The leapfrog. They went through this little sequence in the beginning, and I can tell Logan was just a step ahead because it seemed like he was trying to keep up with Ray, but he was going too fast. And they had a little bit of hiccups, and I said, whoa. I said, Logan, slow down. So the deal where Ray has to leapfrog, put his shins on your shoulders, and then roll through so you can get hurled like it's a head scissors. Logan was too far out. Okay. Even Shay called it. He goes, he's too far out. And it got a little convoluted and messed up there. I was like, okay, Logan is not ready for this Lucha Libre style yet, but I do like what the WWE has done with this guy. They said, we're going to stick him with The Miz in a tag match against Ray and Dominic to begin with. Okay, we're going to let him learn the WWE style through the prototypical heel. Okay, then we're going to pit him against each other. Okay, after Miz, who did he go to? Did he go straight to Roman? Am I right? Or he did? Did he? Yeah, he went straight. Did he do the Rumble then straight to Roman?
No, Ricochet was before that. No.
Ricochet just happened. It was after Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay. So then Roman was before Ricochet, yeah.
So it had to be Roman.
But that was at a Crown Jewel too.
Yes, it was Crown Jewel last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, it had to be then, because I think that Crown Jewel was in was it late in the year of 22? Wasn't it?
Yes.
So then he does the Rumble. So then it was Roman, Rumble, Money in the Bank, Ricochet. Right? Am I correct? Am I in saying that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it off the top of my head.
No, you're right.
I'm just trying to think of the top of my head, right? Yeah, Logan Paul and The Miz. I mean, it's not much. Logan Paul and The Miz. Then he beats Miz at SummerSlam. He works Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel in November. The Rumble. Works Seth night one. He's Money in the Bank. Ricochet, Rey Mysterio. Okay, Dominic and Ray in a tag match with the most prototypical heel. Then you work the most prototypical heel. Then you take on the top guy because your buzz is that big and you've been holding your own. You work the top guy in the company. So now you officially know the WWE style once you've worked Roman Reigns as the top guy here, right? Yeah. Now you're in the Rumble, whatever. Seth, you're establishing yourself as a guy who can hang. Okay. Then you're in that Money in the Bank match that was clear to set up this deal with Ricochet for SummerSlam. Here you are. You work, and that's Logan's first win since Miz at SummerSlam the year before. Logan wasn't winning anything those other times, but he was holding his own. So you had to put something on him. Yeah, so which is finally the United States title. He worked, listen to this schedule: Mania, SummerSlam, Crown Jewel, Rumble, Mania, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Crown Jewel. Are you seeing the pattern here for Logan Paul?
Yo, brother only works the shows that he's getting paid.
Big money. Money in the Bank was in London this time. That's why he was there. He worked the big pay-per-views, the SummerSlams, the Manias. He worked both crown jewels the past 2 years.
Which is paydays.
Oh
Paydays.
yeah. I'm sure his contract is set like that. Logan Paul's not working Fastlane. He's not working Roadblock. He's not working Backlash. You feel what I'm saying? He's not working those. He's going to be
Paul is not going to
an attraction match. Cross the line. Logan is put in a position to win, and he's been winning in these 8 matches? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches in 2 years. The dude's been doing amazing. He's held his own, and I can't wait to see what's next. You know what I mean? And now he's the champion. Is he going to go away for a while? So judging by that pattern I just read, right? Judging by that pattern I just read, we won't see him until January. Is the United States title gone for 2 months? As he goes and does promos and publicity and carries that belt, probably puts it on a pedestal on his Impulsive podcast. Do we not see him for 2 months or a month, and then we set up the Rumble in December? What do you think?
I'm thinking a month we set up the Rumble in December.
Okay. He's there in December. Maybe he's got a match that he's got to set up doing promos.
I think he has to, because unfortunately I just don't think in this modern wrestling world you can treat the U.S. title like the 24/7 title and just give it to a celebrity and let the celebrity just
have the celebrity run away with it, right? So I agree with you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think you at this point we're in a place where that's okay.
Right.
I think that'd be more detriment than good. You know.
No, agreed. I agree. So yeah, I mean, this putting the belt on him.
It was exciting because it was unexpected.
Right. Okay. So here's my question. Hold on. You didn't expect Logan Paul to win this U.S. title match?
Well, no, I expected it. Looking at the show, I was like, okay, this is the title. This is the title.
This is the switch.
The title switch that they want to give because they're pretty much always a title switch to shows. So
right.
And this is the title switch that we're gonna see. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be this match. But like you said, I guess I can't really see what's the next move here, guys.
Okay, let's brainstorm. Let's book before we move on to the next one. He's a free agent. He could be either Raw or SmackDown. He's got a SmackDown belt, right? So you'd assume he'd be on Fox, right, on Friday nights. Who on that roster could defeat Logan Paul for the United States Championship that is pretty white hot right now and doesn't have a title?
And honestly, this story, the only thing I could think of the story that I was like, okay, maybe being big brained about it was that this is the rub Santos Escobar needs.
Oh, really?
Because support what has Santos Escobar done besides be a lackey to Ray at this point?
I think at this point that's all he's going to be right now, and then it's going to lead to Ray and Santos. Okay.
Yeah, but I think that's what gets us Ray and Santos.
Maybe he gets another return match here. He gets a match at the Rumble against Logan Paul.
And I think Santos takes the belt off of Logan.
Ooh, really?
And yeah, and I think that's what I think. I think that Logan's that person to give the rub to Santos. You think Santos? Because you think they're gonna give the win back to what's his face, to Ray?
No. I don't think Logan loses it that fast. You telling me he loses it in 2 months?
You think he's going to hold on to it for a while?
You're damn right.
Okay.
WrestleMania, Logan Paul, LA Knight, United States Championship. LA Knight's your United States champion.
Okay.
Has to be.
I like it. Hey.
With everybody saying.
I did not even think that far, but hearing you say it out loud, I don't dislike it.
LA's not going to do anything with Gunther, right? He's not doing anything with Gunther, right? Because that's two different brands. LA's not going to do anything with Gunther, right? He's not working Seth. 2 overacts like that, they're not going to let him clash. So he's not working Seth for that belt, right? LA Knight needs a title, right? LA Knight's the hottest baby right now, right? The hottest baby right now.
Next to Cody Rhodes, yes.
Nobody likes Logan Paul. Every time Logan Paul comes out there, it's heat. It writes itself, bro. You give Logan that. I agree with you there. Give Logan that win against Santos Escobar, and let that then take Santos and Ray off to their connected story. The next guy up. Let Logan brag, boast all he wants about being that guy. LA Knight. His music hits. Now we're starting our feud for Mania. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel like it should be.
Okay.
You give LA Knight the big rub against Logan Paul. That's a marquee matchup now. People are talking about Logan Paul wrestling at WrestleMania. Now they're going to talk about LA Knight, who you're trying to make a star in the WWE. I don't see why that match doesn't happen. Unless you have a different plan for LA Knight. But I don't see LA Knight being a top guy yet. Not just yet.
You know what? You got my vote. I like your plan.
Book it. You like
I'd book that.
Yeah,
I don't got a counterpoint to that because actually I was thinking, you know what? That's actually a really good idea because giving LA Knight that opportunity because LA Knight at this point, I'm with you. LA Knight needs some gold around his waist.
Has to be. And I didn't think he was going to beat Roman, but
I don't want to see it being Gunther. I think Gunther can't be the guy to take an L to LA Knight. That's not the type of.
I have no idea who's going to beat Gunther. I have no idea. No idea who.
Do you think the person to beat Gunther currently works there?
Maybe.
Okay.
But I can't think of who. You asked me that, and I'm starting to think in my head who. If I say yes, who? I was just trying to say who. But I Raw. There's Gable. I mean, it could be a big WrestleMania moment for Gable.
So here's a big brain moment for me.
Sure.
Just me shooting a random shot in the dark.
Yeah.
What if we do get CM Punk back to the company?
Okay.
But CM Punk isn't brought back to feud with Seth Rollins.
Okay.
But what if CM Punk is brought back to be the guy to chase Gunther? Ugh. Not to beat Gunther.
Okay, go ahead.
But what if we brought Punk to be to put in a program with Gunther to give that? Because I feel like they almost have a similar vein. They're similar cut kind of guys, aren't they?
Yeah, sure. But
right.
Listen, anytime you mention CM Punk in the WWE, I turn sour. I don't need it.
Feel like there could be that because well, look, people keep fantasy booking Punk in the WWE, but I don't see him. Why would he go after the IC the heavyweight title? Like I just couldn't see him doing him and Seth. Like
dude, I don't know. I don't think CM Punk. CM Punk is the guy. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't know if the guy to take the belt off of Gunther is working there currently.
Right.
Or is in the main roster, right? Maybe it's somebody,
maybe it's like Dominican Braun Breaker who comes up and does something incredible, or they send up Mello and he upsets Gunther, not night one, but just like, out of nowhere, just upsets Gunther. Or Ilya. What if they bring up an Ilya after a while and Ilya is that guy like he beat him in UK? They try to tell that story again. You might be right. He might not be a main roster guy right now to beat Gunther. You might be 100% correct, bro. All right, anything else on that one? We can move on to the next match. We got 3 more.
Let's do it, my friend.
So we got Bianca and Io Sky. First thing I want to say is I loved how Io Sky looked in her gear. I think she utilized the fact that she had to wear full covering to the utmost. I like how she looked.
Yeah, she looked like a superstar.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What can you say to that? You know what I mean? Like it's what you want. You want your talent to look like stars. I thought she looked like a star in her outfit.
And to think, man, this was the match at Backlash in Puerto Rico. And these girls delivered just as well in that match as they did in this match. So I don't know.
And they did it up. Like I thought they brought now again, the crowd was quiet.
Why?
The crowd was on their hands.
They sat on it.
And it's like you said, Franny, the crowd is very much like
anything with women, bro.
Anything women is what they do. But I thought that they did it. But you know what? Again, I thought the ladies killed it.
Yes, I think they did. They did well. I'm about to say they're not going to show my girl in that fit of hers, triple B's. Let's just say Bailey was looking exquisite in Saudi Arabia. That's all I'm going to say. Here she goes.
About her.
Listen. And it looked well. It looked well. She's getting KOD'd on the outside here.
Get in there, ref. Get in there, ref.
Right? What is going on, ref? So here, I just want to pet peeve something real quick. Bro.
Shoot.
Would you? All right. I know it's not technically a disqualification, but if we're having this much interaction with the people on the outside, we've got to ring this bell, no?
Yeah, I had this conversation with Prof the other day of like, when do you remember a time in wrestling back in the 80s when if someone from outside the match were to walk into the ring, it was an automatic disqualification?
Bell rings immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like,
yes, I do.
At what point have we got to wrestling where someone from the outside comes in, the ref just goes, hey,
no,
Frank, and I'm gonna walk you over to the ropes and go, come on, get out, buddy, come on, get out.
Yeah,
so like the ref distraction isn't distracted; it's the ref just willingly, come on, buddy, come on. It's like, where did the ref like lose all authority, or like the heel has a weapon in their hand, or they're in the ring with the weapon in hand, the ref's just like,
don't no. Or it's like you're talking to my dog.
Or the Bryce Remsburg, where was it Kenny and MJF? He hit some spot on the apron, and Bryce Remsburg goes,
he reacts like he's a fan. Yeah,
he just sells, and it's like, oh, ref, you'd never counted because you were too busy selling the move.
You were too busy selling the move.
So when did the rules change? Because like this, like you just said, on the outside, you start beating up a third person. It's like, okay, if that's the case, why didn't Bayley just come out at the beginning? Tell Bayley to come out at the start of the match and just jump her from the very beginning. It'd have been made much more sense than waiting for some reason to just get beat up afterwards.
It started to be way too much, dude. Way too much. Agreed. And I'm just like, I get it. I get you want to have the conflict and all that. But what happened? I can understand if it was like one strike and they bumped them down. The refs didn't call it. But if there's this much interference where you're about to hit your finish on the outside in front of the ref, Jesus.
See, that's the thing Jim Cornette always gets angry about, is he says, look, it's not that being no holds barred is a bad thing. It's that it's so lazy when the referee watches a cop watches a crime being committed and goes, oh, well, I can't do nothing. There's a line. So, that's right there. So I'm just going to watch that happen right there. It doesn't make sense.
It kills me. It
buries the ref. It buries the ref.
Yes, it does. So Kairi Sane, what do you think about her debut here coming back?
In front of this crowd, it stunk.
I mean, you were talking about it earlier. Yeah, you were talking about it earlier.
The crowd was just mute.
Yeah.
You would have had to pass a mirror around to see if people could still breathing under their noses. Yeah. They were all literally just like blinking. You could hear the people blink.
It was like you can hear the eyelids moisture smack.
I'm exaggerating, but like you said, afterwards, like there was a smattering of claps after.
Yeah, once they figured out, it's this person.
Yeah. And like it's literally long-term storytelling, right? Because it was like a retelling of the story between Bayley and Kairi, because Bayley bum rushed Kairi when Kairi left.
Yes.
So kudos to them to tie up that story. But
sure.
It just stunk.
I mean, I guess
it stunk to do it here because it just, even though it was a cool moment, whatever, it's flat because the whole place is dead silent, and you're just like,
that's where the problem lies. It was so quiet, bro.
It was awkwardly quiet.
It was so quiet, and it was like
you could hear this sucks. You could hear the girls' gears. Like when they were moving, you could hear the gears.
Yes.
Like, it was that quiet.
It's crazy. It's nuts. It's nuts to think that, but dude, it's just the way that culture reacts to women, bro. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Shout out that fact.
And nothing wrong that they did, because they did their thing.
Yeah. I unfortunately, we're just gonna have to watch this unfold on regular TV. I love this elbow drop. I love the Kairi Sane elbow, because she just throws her whole body at you.
Oh, that the insane elbow. Yeah, her insane elbow is wild.
I do like, I know she won't always look like this, but I hope she sticks with some kind of look here. And when I say this, and
that is an interesting look that she possesses 100%.
I like this over the pirate gimmick she was when she came out with the wheel and all that. I like that way more.
Oh,
So
the pirate princess
Pirate
of the
Princess. She was the
sky.
Pirate Princess. No, yeah, no, she was of the sky or EO Sky. But I believe I can't wait to see what happens here. I'm liking EO Sky as champion, man. More and more she's held the title. I've liked her as champion. What about you? The big thumbs up. That's all you got.
Vamos. Nah,
All right. Speaking of
listen,
almost,
she's fun. I didn't know how far she could fly. Like, I'll be honest, in the terms of like, I didn't know
who,
how high
EO?
she could reach.
Are you
Like,
talking about EO? You
yeah,
mean as far as
like
potential?
potential as like,
Yeah.
holy cow, people are actually getting behind her. Because the match that she had in the UK,
In Puerto
who were the
Rico?
right? Was it Puerto Rico?
Backlash
Okay,
you're
yes.
talking about.
Excuse me.
Backlash.
It was Backlash. The match in Puerto Rico she had with Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows why the crowd took to her the way they did? Who knows?
I don't know, but they loved every
then,
bit of it.
The momentum, the Fed opened up their eyes and they've given her a chance, and she has not missed.
She's flourished. She's flourished. She got the opportunity and she's capitalized on it the entire time. So good for her. That's all I'm gonna say. Good for her because she deserves every bit of it. She's worked hard, and this is her. What is this? Her first opportunity, right, as champion?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. So, and she's running with it. So you can't hate on that, you know. So, listen, shout out to EO Sky, constantly doing her damn thing, and I wonder how the Kairi Sane factor into this whole damage control thing is going to work out.
Agreed.
All right, let's move on. Cody and Priest, you have to talk about this match. I was in the middle of cooking. I did not get to see this match in its entirety at all. So tell me what you thought of this one.
I love
Homelander.
Cody. I love Cody. Cody looked good. He did his thing.
Homelander, buddy.
This just felt like it felt like a Raw match with no commercials. Because even the finish had interference.
Could I be honest? What I felt like?
What?
I was gonna say it felt like we needed Cody on this pay-per-view. Who can he work?
Yeah, like
well, Damien's
that's what I'm saying.
momentum.
This felt like the main event of Raw. Just like Priest.
Yeah.
Like so, Priest did his thing. I thought Priest looked really good out there with Cody.
Priest. I can't hate on Priest no more.
Me either.
I can't hate.
No.
90 weeks ago, it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
But what a difference 90 weeks makes.
Pain Martini looks pretty good out there.
Punishment Martinez.
Excuse me. Punishment Martinez.
Pain Martini. Were you thinking Truth Martini?
Truth Martini. Let's go.
Were you really thinking Truth Martini, bro? Yeah, I didn't see any of this match. So
yeah, it was fine. It was fine. Like I didn't. What's up with Cody always having to do three crossroads? What is that?
Maybe that's his way. Maybe that's his way of going. I respect my opponent so much that I have to hit my move 3 times.
Oh, well,
I guess.
I wish he would stop.
Dumb.
I don't love that.
Shout out to Dom.
That's what I mean.
Shout out to Dom getting a payday, not even have to wear gear.
I know, but this was where it became Monday Night Raw because it was just like the typical outside interference thing happened. Like
they had to give you Gaga. Oh, hey, by the way, dude, did you notice this?
What's up?
That the ring was elevated?
No. Didn't pay attention to that.
Watch the pay-per-view back. Some of the girls struggled.
Apparently, I gotta daggone go back and pay attention to all these things I did not notice.
Some of the girls struggled to get in the ring. They had to like really jump high. Really? A lot of the guys were tripping over the apron because the height was just different. Because I mean, look at it. I mean, look at it right here. You see how it's off?
Crazy.
There's this black aprons here. I think it's because on hard cam. Think about on hard cam. Did you ever see the LED board there? You couldn't see that apron because of the way the angle of the camera was.
Yeah, no, I guess I can. I'm trying to think.
I think they had to elevate the ring for the shot, and because of that, I noticed it a lot. I was like, "Whoa, the ring's a lot higher," and I started seeing girls like leaping into the ring, not like I'm just gonna roll on in, like jumping into the ring. I'm like, "What? The ring looks a little off." I'm like, "Something's wrong with it." And Shay started noticing. He's like, yeah, the ring's a little higher than normal. And I'm like, it had to be for the camera. So yeah, all in all, you're just saying this felt like a Monday Night Raw match. And I'm sure it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. Minutes. No. I'm not saying that a bad look. being a Monday Night Raw match isn't bad. I'm just saying it wasn't necessarily like, oh my God, this was a banger. Like it wasn't necessarily like a banger. It was just a good solid main event. It wasn't anything. It was Cody Rhodes. It wasn't gonna be bad.
Adrenaline in my soul, of course. Something Cody Rhodes, buddy. That's how we roll, you know? But I figured that. That's why, I'll be honest with you, this is why I got up at this match.
Yeah.
Because I said, out of all the matches, this has the least amount of substance to it. So I said, I'll cook here.
Because unfortunately, when you know who's going to win, even though you know who's going to win, it's just like, all right, I know he's going to win. I'll come back later because I'll just see how he wins it.
Right. And I never got to watch it back. And I knew this would have been a match for
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you don't watch it back, but I'm just saying, like, it's your typical Judgment Day, outside interference from Judgment Day. Jay comes out to help Cody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just nothing in that it was like, oh, this was a twist or a plot, a turn that I could have never foreseen.
Yeah, like I never saw this one coming. Right.
So
like you for sure. Fair. Yeah. I mean, that's fair enough. All right, ready to move on to the main event? Ready to move on to this main event? I'm gonna let you talk. What do you think of this main event? What you think, man? Tribal Chief, brand new contender.
So it delivered.
Sure.
But
what? Whoa.
But
talk to me.
I almost, but part of me when we got to the end of it was like, I hope this isn't the end. I hope this wasn't like that, like the Gunther thing where they built up this contender, like Hogan. They built up this contender for him.
Yep.
They smashed him, and that's it. Off to the next one, you know?
You think they would do that?
Because, man, he is white hot right now. He is
bro.
Right now.
Yes, he is, bro.
And so part of
Without
me,
a doubt,
when we got to the end of this match, I was just like, I just really hope this isn't like
this is it for him.
Yeah, we fed him the Roman. Time to move on from him.
You think that would happen though?
I hope this is. I hope Roman becomes the Seth to LA Knight's Cody Rhodes. You know that I hope we get at least a trilogy of great matches out these guys, because what we saw at this this was solid.
They had a great match.
MJF, excuse me. LA Knight showed he can hang in the main event spot. In a main event, look, there was no over the top botches, no huge like, oh, that was a huge mess up, or like anything that looked obviously fake or anything that looked like you know, it looked like he kept up with Roman. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like for all the negativity, like right where he had that one big botch against Sheamus where they jumped up on the rope and they were teetering, and like when I think of all the negativity about LA Knight that I've heard and I've read.
Right.
He was firing on all cylinders.
LA was ready for it, man.
Bro, he was up for it. He was up for it. Now,
just remind you, both these men are 40. Both these men are in their 40s.
Was exactly what you thought it was going to be. You know what I mean?
Bloodline interference, big spear.
Yeah.
Of course.
So like, I'm not going to sit here and complain and be like, oh, the finish was whatever. Because that's what the heck else was the finish going to be?
What else were you going to get without burying LA Knight, losing clean?
Correct.
Oh, they didn't even show the finish here. Wow.
Yeah.
Shocking. Look at
Paul. At Paul's hair, jet black.
Yeah. He looks like a bird. He looks like Hitchcock. I'm getting here.
Yeah. 100% Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Vibe.
So let me ask you before you continue on. Just a question.
Go ahead.
I got to go all the way back to the beginning. What did you think of the performance of Byron Saxton as a in-ring announcer?
Byron did his thing. So there's another standout for the pay-per-view. I was going to say was Byron Saxton. I think
that's Byron's calling, in all honesty. What's up, big man? He's getting off the bed. He's probably got to pee. I think that's Byron's calling, all honesty, dude. Like, fantastic ring announcer. He did great. But go ahead. Continue on what you're saying about the match. Did you freeze? Did I freeze? Did we freeze? Are you alive? Hello? Vern, are you there? I think Vern froze. Did Vern? What happened? Am I here talking about myself? Vern froze. Uh-oh. This is a first, folks. I think Vern's gone. Where'd Vern go? All right, so we're just gonna keep it 100. It's been 90 weeks, Vern, and we've never had this happen where one of us have been kicked completely.
Yeah, I was
from from the actual show.
Like you were talking, and then your screen went black. Everything went black, and I was like, "What just happened?" And I was like,
"Yeah,
what?" And I was like,
gone.
"I'm still recording." I was like, "Franny," and I was like, "What in the world?"
Because I was talking to you, and it was just black, and I'm like, I mean, it was just frozen. No. I was like, "Is he gone?" I was like, "Uh-oh, he's gone." So it's been an interesting show. I lost my my arm rest of my chair, of my office chair, my desk, my gaming chair. You lost connection. I mean, it's ridiculous. All
and we had 4 topics, and we were able to get 2 hours.
We still went 2.5. We still give you fire content. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna duck it later for that ass. I'm gonna duck it. All right, I'm gonna duck it. All right. So I think Vern, I think you know what time it is, man. Yeah, on this note, I think we have nothing more to say. I think it's GG's. It's time to wave that pencil. So you know what that means. If we're waving the pencil, can we go back? Nah, I think that ship has sailed already. I think that meme's over with. Nobody talking about that meme no more. Yeah, I swear when I drive.
I saw it. I think they did it at the some single A baseball, like the Houston Pickles or something. Some team. You saw the mascot in the background, but like not
the Savannah Bananas. Not the Savannah Bananas.
No, something Pickles.
Not the guys in all yellow.
And it was like, but he was doing it like
Pickles is crazy.
Like he was doing it like where it was like it wasn't it was looking awkward.
Okay. Well, on that note, the music's playing, the pencils wave. For my man, Vernon Somoza. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Ow. I am Frank Champion. I am me. He is him. We are they. Say peace, Vern.
Peace, Vern.
And we're out of here. That was a wild end.